Hello, and welcome to Vostok's Chance, the Garplag Games Scion game. I'm Colin. We'll go around and introduce all of us in a moment, but before we do that, please don't forget to follow us on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and probably some other places. Patreon, yes. Thank you to all our wonderful patrons who are paying for all of this new gear and improvements and all this stuff.
Ongoing improvements, yes. On that note, we have this week Pete has put up an adventure location, the Bandit Camp, and he's also started a Patreon-only podcast, Pete's Playbook.
Penguin.
Of penguins, apparently. Which is various, I think it is sort of his thoughts and discussions and sort of him basically talking about
editing
some
and things.
behind-the-scenes things.
Lots of good stuff.
Lots of interesting things. And, yes. Other things, yes, there are other games ongoing. We currently have Morpheus.
Star Trek Morpheus,
Morpheus,
Flint and Steel Season 2's just finished.
Just had the finale of Flint and Steel for Season 2.
Shortly be starting D&D Planescape Dark Cage.
Yep.
I'm in that one.
And there's another...
Dark Heresy on the Edge of the Emperor's Light will also be starting shortly.
I'm in that one as well. For my fans out there.
It's just one guy somewhere going, "Hey!
Yay! John!"
Okay.
It's my
And
mum.
that guy...
That's where you're supposed to go, "Hi, Mum." Don't laugh when you're drinking. It went badly.
And that's how John dies.
Okay, right. So I think that's all our introductions. So, I'm Colin. I am the storyteller.
I'm John. I'm playing Maria, and I'm a Scion of XP Dotek.
I'm Sam. I'm playing Lisa Tang, and she is the daughter of Nezar.
Hi, I'm Roger. I'm playing Riki Nakatomi, the son of the Japanese god Tsukiyomi.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm playing Herman, the Scion of Balder.
Okay, so as you may notice, we've regained Dave and lost Dan.
We did check behind the couch.
Don't split the party.
Yes.
We need trackers.
Literally.
So, I was considering delaying this game by a week to have the full party, but Dan's come up with a nice suggestion as to how we can, what his character can be doing. So we can,
Side plot.
He died.
What?
we'll see. We'll see in the beginning of the next session whether you're rescuing Dan or helping Dan rescue, rescuing Edward or helping Edward rescue his sister.
First, we're rescuing Herman.
But first, you're hopefully rescuing Herman.
Yay!
So,
Everyone is rescuing.
Or maybe Herman's rescuing us.
This is what happens when you go off on your own.
We're less Power Rangers, more Thunderbirds this episode.
We are quite international, and we are rescuing people.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, there is that.
Next plan. Just saying.
Dress up as
Dress
Thunderbirds.
up as Thunderbird.
Not the puppets, of course, the actual spaceships.
I'm in.
How would that work? It's already begun.
Okay,
so yes, the last session saw the party, as hopefully people will be aware by now, dress up as Power Rangers to break into a mansion in Manhattan.
Excellent disguises. Yep.
Indeed.
Which went mostly alright.
We didn't get caught.
You
Yet.
don't appear to have been caught.
I got back to the hotel.
Yep,
So
you've all got back to the hotel.
Apart from Dan.
Apart from... Well, no, Dan did get back to the hotel.
Yeah,
so
he did. I helped. I went and
Yeah.
gave him a hand.
You saw him in the hotel briefly.
Yeah.
He then... You will have seen him head off. And... shortly... a little bit later, Ricky will have got a text message saying, "I'm going to go ahead. You find Herman. Let me know when you found him. I'll let you know where to go."
Okay.
Okay, send.
Or possibly a slightly abbreviated version of that, because I keep forgetting that 1998
limits.
text phones are different.
Oh, text limits. Bloody hell.
Text limits, and also just the sheer pain of typing it all.
I don't know. He seems like he would be fairly long-winded in a text message.
Yeah, he probably would.
Dear Ricky Nakatomi, yours sincerely.
Yeah.
Maybe not that long.
And his response of, okay.
Oh, he's speaking Spanish.
Okay.
As far as Herman's concerned, so after the incident on the roof, you went back into your room.
Incident?
To freshen up. Well,
Wasn't an incident.
Yeah, okay. The scouting on the roof.
Shenanigans.
You went back to your room to freshen up. You've got a vague idea that something happened. You're not entirely sure. Memories are a bit odd, maybe. But anyway, when you came back out of your room, you couldn't find anyone else, so you've decided to sit down and read a book or watch some TV or whatever
Have
your
some orange
character would
juice.
decide to do.
Orange juice, always good.
Yep.
Orange juice, yeah. You're having some orange juice. You're reading a book.
Yeah.
It's one you've already read.
Solve some Sudoku puzzles or...
Yeah, something like that. Okay, yeah. Cool. So, the rest of you most gathered, I think, in the bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maria's favourite place in the building.
Pretty much.
This is the time to point out that Sudoku wasn't popularised in the West until about 2002.
But you're hipster.
Go for it.
He
Yeah.
liked it before it was cool.
God, I remember Sudokus.
Crossword puzzles, then, maybe.
Probably more likely.
Sorry, I'm remembering Sudokus with fond memories.
Not Count Dooku.
Or seppuku.
Don't know what's happening.
Okay, so after a little while, not very long, you will notice a couple of police officers come into the building and head over towards reception and start talking to the receptionist. And then you will definitely recognise, you two, everyone here might recognise, well, actually, you're not there, you two might recognise, but this guy comes in, looks around, spots you, and comes over towards you. It's the cab driver from when you first arrived in New York.
Oh, okay.
That had pizza.
That we gave pizza to.
Yes, he showed you the awesome pizza place. And yeah, so he comes over, he's heading over to you looking a bit worried.
All right there, mate.
Yeah, one of my cousins found your friend, the hungry one. Something's not right with him. He's in the hospital and don't really know. You know, I knew. He gestures towards where the police are. I knew you dropped you off here, but I didn't know. Really.
Do you mean Herman? The Finnish guy?
Yeah, probably. The guy who wanted his own pizza.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
Yeah, the hungry one.
I thought you meant Hungarian.
Well, close, right?
Yeah, it'd probably be best if you come to the hospital because they don't really have any records of who he is and all that kind of stuff, and it's a bit awkward.
Yeah, right away.
He sort of gestures, he'll sort of head over a bit towards where the police are. So he'll gesture to the police, and sort of, they'll come over and say, okay, so these two guys. He nods. Okay, you says you were with someone who's turned up in the hospital now. So he's not in a.
What happens? I mean, we just thought he'd gone out. He hasn't been gone long.
Best if you go there and they can tell you. We don't really know details.
All right then. Where is it?
I'll drive you, says the taxi driver.
Oh, thank God, I was about to say.
Cheers.
So yeah, he takes you out to out to his car.
You guys coming?
Yeah.
Yes. But I would like to do what can I tell if there is something this policeman, taxi driver is trying to conceal with us? Maybe with a role of some kind.
Perception awareness.
Perception and awareness, you say. Ooh, are you concealing things, Taxi Man? 2 successes.
2 successes. He
Or is he
seems quite
genuine?
nervous and unsettled, but that may well be because of what's going on.
Okie dokie.
It's nothing like
Just don't trust anyone with cops. So. Fair enough, we'll go and get in the taxi.
okay. Yeah, so he drives you out to one of New York's hospitals.
For curiosity, is it the closest one to where we are?
It
Approximately, or
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's probably, if not the closest, then in the direction it's in, it's
Okay.
the closest.
Cool.
And he'll leave you, drop you off outside. And yes, you're going in.
Yeah, I'll pay him and say, have you got a direct number in case we need a lift back?
Yeah, sure.
I will take his number.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just memorise it.
Yes, but the others might not expect me to be able
Just
to memorise
memorise.
it completely, so I will put it into my phone.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so you go in. They becomes apparent that the hospitals don't actually know Herman by name. But when you give a vague description, it's there's
That guy.
The
John
Finnish guy.
We're here
John
to see
Doe,
our
so,
friend.
yeah.
He's about this tall, and he speaks with a funny accent, and he came in earlier, and he looks like...
I was gonna say they might say the same thing about the accent with the two of us. You not so much.
But anyway,
Fine, I can talk to the receptionist.
so
He's
you'll
had a
get
funny accent like you.
so you'll get met
Doesn't sound
by
anything like you.
you'll get met by a doctor who will explain that he doesn't appear to be particularly injured or anything, but he appears to be under the effects of some kind of drug.
What kind of drug?
Some kind of sedative, they think.
Oh, so he doesn't have a substance problem then?
They don't know exactly what it is. They're still running tests, but it'll be useful to know who he is, so they can start trying to get hold of medical records and also to make sure
Did he
that
not have his ID on him?
everything's covered. They didn't there's no ID or anything.
Can we see
Must
him?
have left it at the hotel.
Must have done.
Yeah, so I'll probably ask you if you could fill in details.
Herman.
Ricky can fill in.
I will fill in whatever details I
'cause You
remember.
remember. His
Whatever
name.
details I remember. All of
Herman.
them.
But also the other thing they will be wanting to get is insurance details, and you will remember the detail.
No.
You will certainly remember the details that were from the show. So the company has sort of insurance.
But to troll him, just put none.
They pull the plug.
Oh well.
So
We'll go and have a look at his corpse.
okay, not a corpse. Still breathing.
Damn, I wanted to see ghosts. Oh yeah, this is a hospital. Can I see some ghosts?
Possibly
Probably.
you can see some ghosts. I've not probably worked out what is going on in the underworld in this area. But yes, you can probably see there were some recently. There's one also recently deceased.
Every now and again, you just see me nod to someone who's not there.
Okay, so
She's weird.
so yes, you come in. Herman is
To
lying.
be fair, I probably don't notice.
Herman is lying in a hospital bed. He seems to be basically sleeping with his eyes open.
Is there a vending machine on the way?
Yeah.
Can I get him an orange juice?
Yeah.
That will make him better.
Okay.
Good plan.
Assess health.
Yes. Okay. So you can immediately tell that yes, he is under the effects of a sedative. The particular, it is acting as both a sedative and a hallucinogen.
Ooh.
If
Cheeky.
you wish to make a roll, intelligence and science or intelligence and medicine may allow you to know a bit more about it than sort of what the boon gives you, which is what it is doing.
Whee! Wow, that's quite a few dice. 9.
It's my thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 successes. Yeah, is that 6?
Do you have
Yes.
any epics?
Oh,
or do
so
you
I
have
was-
any
No
That,
epics,
no.
no. I only have 2 epics, 1 in appearance and 1 in stamina.
Okay,
It's
fine.
absinthe.
It's not absent. So yeah, you
Damn it, Herman.
have actually encountered this before.
Been away with the green
I went to
fairy.
medical school.
It's
Medical
a
school.
fairly
I know things.
rare. It's rare isn't quite the right word. It's a relatively unpopular drug.
Mm.
You have encountered. You'll know its scientific name. It's plant based.
Nice.
Derived from plant. You'll know its scientific name. I haven't figured that one out. Haven't bothered. You'll also know it's you've encountered it as a recreational drug in your former life. as
Yes.
it were.
Last week.
Last week. Yeah, pretty much. It's used as its hallucinogenic properties more than anything else mellows people out.
What is its street name?
Its street name you've heard it by is Shade.
Shade.
It's, as I say, not very common, so not very popular. You're aware that the plant is native to East Asia.
Yep.
So you've sort of encountered it on the west coast of the United States.
Do I know the quickest way to bring him off of it?
It seems to affect different people differently, but you, with 6 successes, you would be aware that bright lights actually seem to have a bit of an effect to pull people out of it somewhat.
Cool.
So we're kind of in his room,
Yep.
ward,
Yep.
whatever.
I'll take one look at him and go, oh, he's throwing some shade.
What?
He's on a drug. It's called Shade. Seen it before.
Herman!
What kind of name is
Herman!
Shade for a drug?
Yeah. It's, Shade,
Hello!
Smack, all these drugs have weird names. Does anyone have a torch? We can probably wake him up if we shine light in his eyes.
He's
Why?
kind of awake. His eyes are open.
Yeah, shine
I'll just click my fingers in front of
shine
his
bright
face.
light directly into his eyes. It should wake him up.
I don't have a torch on me.
You have a torch?
Why?
I don't know.
They've
for
got lights in here.
seeing in the dark.
Yeah, you see that?
Unless you want to hold him up close to it, I don't think it's going to work.
Might be able to, but the doctors might object.
It's fine, I've got this. Open the carton. Wave it under his nose. Herman! Orange juice!
It's not going to
Yeah,
work.
you're happily drinking orange juice in your drug-induced dream of sitting there doing crossword puzzles. And
Does anyone have, turn their phone's brightness up to max? And then shine it?
90s phones.
Yeah, you still have a
Yeah.
brightness setting.
Full orange or full dull green.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not
Full-
going to make
full
a blind bit
green.
of difference.
Well, there you go. You want my professional opinion? Shine a light in his eyes.
Is there, one of those examination-y ones that we can use?
Probably not in this room, but if you ask somebody nicely, you might be able to.
The
I'm going to
doctors,
ask somebody
doctors
nicely.
have probably got one of those pen lights.
Alright. So we go and nick one then?
I was
No,
going
we
to
just
ask someone
ask.
nicely.
I don't think if we ask the doctor, hey,
Can I just look
shine a
outside
light
of the
in
room?
this guy?
It's fine.
Is
it'll
there
be
like a
$5.
doctor or someone passing by?
There'll probably be a nurse passing by.
Have you got a light on you? Isn't a flashlight?
I didn't know you smoked.
Um,
This is a hospital, Ricky.
It's the 90s.
not on me. What? Why? What's the?
My friend, who's a doctor, thinks that some bright light will provide stimulus to our friend. Could you get a torch or something?
Yeah, I can see what I can do.
Cheers.
Didn't
And
realise.
I'll duck back into the room.
Didn't realise I was a doctor.
When she's gone, well, I was hardly going to say you're some expert on drugs, am I?
Yeah, fair.
This has been at least 2 minutes. Lisa is now bored and drinking his orange juice.
Okay.
Oh, that's
What I want to
piss
know
him
is
off.
why was
Well, I bought it.
why was Herman throwing shade in the first place?
I don't know. I didn't know he was a druggie. With all that OJ, I just thought he was.
Well,
Maybe
it's always the
someone
ones you
put
least
it in
expect.
his- Stop drinking the orange juice.
That's clear. That's clear what it is. It's not booze. He likes the drugs.
Yeah, it's always the ones you least expect. College students.
Can you make me perception awareness rolls?
Oh no, that's not a good sound. That's
One?
Wondering.
it's like
I
asking us to roll for initiative.
No, just,
1, 2.
One success.
Does my orange juice smell
Okay.
funny?
I
No,
get
that's
2.
fine.
Keel over. Well, there's another one. They're all good.
Nobody's going to notice it. It's fine. Cool. Okay, so yeah, after a little while, the nurse comes back, probably with one of those little
Pen torch.
sort of
Yeah.
pen torch things for examination.
Oh, jeez.
So, yeah, she'll be there while you're doing it because
She want it
I'm
back.
she'll want it back.
I'm
She
going
might nick
to
it.
use medicine to shine
nick
a
it.
light.
Yeah, sure. Intelligence and medicine to try and see if you can.
Is it intelligence? Normally, medicine rolls as stamina and medicine.
That's
What?
for like
No.
doing things magically. I think like
Magical
traditional
stuff is
medicine.
stamina and medicine, sure, but
I'm sure
Actually-
This
medical.
is being a person.
doctor medical stuff
Yeah,
is
okay.
usually either wits and medicine or intelligence medicine. So first aid if someone's bleeding out on the floor is wits and medicine.
I
I was
thought
gonna
it was stamina and medicine.
No, I was going to say intelligence would probably make way
Most
more
of the
sense.
health knacks are stamina.
That's because it's magic.
That's because it is magic. You see, your endurance doesn't affect your ability to staunch a wound.
I get to the bottom of the
Well, it
carton
could
and
over a
just
very,
suck
very
the
prolonged
empty
period
straw
of
and make
time.
that really annoying noise.
But
It would-
My roll's just similar, but I just want to make sure.
No, I'm pretty sure stamina would make.
I'm going to do it right next to his head.
diagnosing a patient requires a perception medicine roll difficulty determined by the
I mean, they're faffing about. I'm going to,
Proven in cases may require intelligence.
going to make
medicine.
irritating noises.
Treating wounds with surgery, maybe say dexterity in
Up in you.
medicine.
Yeah, everyone needs a hobby.
Yeah.
Is there a window? What's out the window?
Doesn't actually mention.
First aid.
I think Colin's going to be right
But
there.
anyway,
Stamina would make no sense.
stamina
for
would just
traditional
make no
medicine
sense for most medicine. It makes a lot of sense when it's your channeling magic.
One success.
One success. Yeah, they're trying to do this crossword puzzle. There's this light shining through the window.
And
and
it's
a
annoying
bit
noise.
annoying and disturbing. And
Put it,
Oh,
put
he's
it
dead
closer to his face.
He's dead to the world.
Like someone's like drinking an empty drink
Like
with
this,
a
and I'm
straw.
going to take it off him and then just kind of put it right to his eye.
Stab me in the eye with it that way.
I might wake
No,
him up.
I'm very, good with...
No, you'll burn his retinas out. Don't do that. Give it here.
It's too late, I've already just got...
He goes blind.
There's some kind of like, really glaring light.
Yeah, that late afternoon sun flare really got through the blinds.
Here,
Right in
let
your-
me try something else. I'll click it so it goes off and then on and then off and then on into his eye.
Is there a window? I'm going to stare out the window.
Is this Morse code by any chance?
Yeah, something like that.
It's a puzzle!
It's like someone's like trying to maybe flash Morse code at your window or something.
I flash the code. Wake up, you bastard!
Does have no Morse code.
Probably.
I should think so. Yeah, he's
Yeah, okay.
he's got epic intelligence.
Is
so
that Morse code? What's going?
Wake
Someone's
up.
flashing the saying, "Wake up, you bastard!" at you through the window.
I get up and move towards the window.
Okay.
Not towards the
I
light.
head towards heading towards
You
the
head
light.
towards the
Oh well. Damn it, Dave.
Yeah. So you're looking out at the window, and there's this disorienting moment as you are looking out of the window onto like outside, and where there should be like a
Street.
street
Traffic.
and all this, and midday New York, because you aren't aware that almost 12 plus hours have passed. Instead, what you seem to be looking at is a very bright light and maybe some institutional, basically hospital type tile roof and all that. And there's this weird moment of disorientation, and then you're lying in a hospital bed.
Right.
Woohoo! Success.
Hey guys.
I'm sorry I drank your
You're
orange juice.
feeling-
Would you like another one?
Rather groggy, but
Sure.
I go get another one.
I didn't know I had an orange juice.
Well, you didn't, because I bought one for you. But then you were asleep, and I was bored, and I was thirsty, so I drank it. But I'll get you another one now that
That's
you're
okay,
awake.
it's good for you.
Thanks. I'll be right back.
Lisa goes off to get another one.
So, lay off the drugs next time, yeah?
Drugs?
You know, the drugs that you've been taking.
Yeah, you might want to work on your drug problem, mate.
Yeah, we're kind of doing stuff. There was a very important thing that went on last night.
And I'm back.
That was quick.
I've
It's only in the hall.
barely even touched caffeine. I've not been taking any drugs.
Someone totally drugged you. That's really
Is he
kind
lying?
of cool, but not cool, because I don't like that. Here, this one is probably not drugged.
Perception and awareness.
Thank you.
I got it from the machine.
Oh,
I
Lady
just have
Christ. Actually, I believe him entirely.
Did you just...
I got 3 successes on 3 dice.
I got three.
Okay.
And I've got an epic, so 4.
I got 3 successes as well.
Well done. Yeah, it was fun.
I was not paying attention.
Well, then someone's drugged you out your balls.
Someone spiked your OJ.
It wasn't me. This one's good.
Any idea when?
Well, you
We
just...
haven't seen you since pizza
What was the time when we last saw him?
on the roof.
About... Oh, actually, it wasn't. It was not quite as long as I thought. It was late afternoon, early evening, sort of 5 o'clock, 4:30 or so. So late afternoon.
Last saw you about 5:30, and it's whatever the time is now.
About 1 a.m.
About 1 a.m. Yeah.
Right.
So,
Because
You missed the job. We got a costume for you and everything.
I just remind you that there is a nurse standing in
Oh,
front of
okay, I forgot that.
you. just because that would be very obvious to the characters.
Okay, alright, yeah, that's fair. Where'd you go?
so we were.
We last saw you, you kind of went back to your room when we were on the roof having a look out over New York.
The
Yeah.
nurse will sort of reach out to take the...
there you go. Give her the torch.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah, I remember being on the roof. Then I went back to my room, and I.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'll give you a couple of minutes and I'll come back to
Thanks.
Lovely.
everything up.
Cheers.
I will check everything up while she's gone, just to make sure he's alright.
Okay. Yeah.
Came out to find
For
you guys,
science.
and you weren't there, so I
3 successes.
grabbed a
On
drink.
the
and,
medical, looking at the
We
things,
went into your room. and you
assessing
weren't
his
there.
health again.
Yeah, so
Oh,
they
but
seem
we
to be
did
about
think
right.
you'd been
They haven't
kidnapped through
figured
the
out
window.
exactly
because
what.
the window wasn't locked and you weren't there, and we hadn't seen you leave, and we
Drugged
looked
him.
to see if
What
you'd left, and you
drugged
hadn't
him?
left.
But
you weren't
medically,
there.
he's sound.
But yeah, he seems
Okay.
to be.
Yeah, you
okay.
didn't leave
He's
through
still-
the front door.
He's going to be feeling the effects of this for a few hours.
It
So-
looks like
Are you
someone.
really good at climbing?
Well, depends
like
on how good
sleepwalking?
he is at shrugging
Are
things
you
off.
drug
Given that
sleepwalking?
you've
Do you
Yeah.
drug
witnessed
sleep
Edward
climb
recovering
walking?
at your weight.
Not that I'm aware
Possible
of.
he might shrug
Do you do
off a bit quicker.
sleep dragging?
Just flicking through his chart going, oh, you're going to be alright. You're going to feel like crap for a few hours, but you should be fine.
Okay.
And luckily, you don't have to pay me for this medical
crap for a while.
service. So,
But
we should probably get out of here.
Well, I think the doctors might
Can
want to
you-
discharge him.
Stand.
He can self-discharge. He doesn't have to wait for the doctors.
I'll give it a try.
I will offer
I'm
him
not
a
connected
hand.
to anything, am I?
No. you weren't so
You're just having a nap.
Not even like heartbeat monitor on.
possibly
thing
have
you're on.
they possibly have a monitor somewhere just
I can
because
take
you
it
were
all off,
unconscious
yeah.
and they didn't.
pop that off and slowly swing my legs out of the bed and
Oh my god,
see
he's
if
got no
they support
legs!
me when I put them on the floor.
I'll be there. Like, I'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
there.
You're mostly alright. You say you're feeling a bit groggy, a bit kind of hungover, basically, which is a fairly alien experience to Herman. But
You might want to close the back of your road, Herman, as well.
Well, I want to ask the docs where your clothes are. I'm assuming they didn't find you in the nip.
Who knows?
Unless you had a really wild night.
Do you want to
Or
go
afternoon.
do you want to go to reception and say that he wants to check out?
the fact that the device is currently going beep might give
Oh no, I would have turned all that off when I took it off.
They'd probably notice that all the equipment had been turned off as well. So,
Stop receiving signals from.
Someone
guy
also
that we
might
don't
come
know
a
very
running
well.
at the sound of the beep.
Do you want to go in time?
Yeah, I'm
the
going!
The nurse does come back because she was just going off a moment, and then she heard things going beep and was like, "Is everything okay?" Oh, right, okay. She'll.
Do you know where my friend's stuff is? I mean, I'm assuming you didn't find him in the nip. Naked.
No,
I was
no.
translating.
Yes, and she'll sort of pull open a drawer. Right, there are some clothes. There is your walking stick, walking cane.
Thank you.
That's still there. And also, there is something that you feel you probably shouldn't recognise, but somehow have a sense that you do, which is a fairly small scroll case decorated in black and silver, which in what looks to you a somewhat oriental style. You don't immediately recognise it. You have no occult, but yeah, it looks. Yes, it looks very. It looks kind of Japanese to you, to your eyes, in style. You, looking at it, have the sense that, like you could almost remember it being handed to you, placed in your hand, and something about that. You should keep it, and if you really need it, you can open it, and it might do something, but you're really not sure. You don't remember who was putting it in your hand. You don't. It's all a bit vague. But you definitely get the sense someone definitely gave that to you.
Fair enough. I'll try and keep it concealed that this item is somewhat related to my episode. And is there a curtain that goes around my bed that I can
just
We all
step
step
out?
outside.
Yeah.
And I went back to the reception.
So the first question is, do we think this is part of the game show?
I don't know. I'm getting dressed.
I know.
Yep. You get dressed. You may want to have a look at some things I wrote on your character sheet.
Oh, you
Dead.
are dead.
No.
No, that's...
You have now died.
You have X amount of
And
death.
there's something else on the back.
What's going on out here? Anything?
Herman moves to the window, aims for the bushes, and jumps. Nobody knows why he jumped that day.
Because it's tablets.
Okay.
I've no idea. This whole thing's a bit screwy.
Okay, so they know that he's leaving, and they have all the details because Ricky wrote them down, so that's all sorted. So all the boring stuff is sorted. So I've done all the boring stuff. So I'm going to come back in and be a nuisance.
Well, you'll come back up at least you're standing outside.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, you get dressed.
Isn't he ready yet? Oh my god! You going to call that cabbie again, or are you just going to wing it?
After a little bit, there'll be a doctor who comes in to sort of sign off
Just give him a minute.
everything. They'll check you over. Basically confirm what Maria said, which is that it looks like you're recovering from whatever it is.
Hey Herman, are you hungry?
You know.
Yes, rather.
Awesome, let's get food.
I'll call the cabbie.
Yeah!
Great. Yeah. The cabbie will turn up.
And
Are you going to go for pizza?
we will go for food. I'm not sure if the pizza place will be open at 1 in the morning. So we will ask him for a recommendation of somewhere that serves food.
24-hour Chinese restaurant.
At 1 in the morning.
There'll be plenty of places in Manhattan that
Kebabs.
serve food at 1 in the morning.
Burgers.
24 hours McDonald's.
That pizza place is actually one of them.
Hey!
We're in. You're welcome
that
to
when
join
it's
us
fresh?
again.
Sure. Not like he's that busy at that kind of time of night.
Now we can't talk about stuff.
In a public pizza place.
Yeah, but I speak Spanish.
That's right. I don't.
So yes, you go to the pizza place.
The cabbie probably does too.
Reasonable chance. You go to the pizza place. You get
Food.
You get food.
And
the
then
guy at the guy serving you pizza talks to the cabbie. There's a bit of
And
muttering.
says, yeah, these weirdos came in twice in one day. Keen.
Well, it's more.
but it's damn good pizza.
He actually was asking about. He seems to be. He actually is looking at Herman and because apparently he's aware of something that's going on.
Oh.
In the sense that he was aware that Herman was found and.
Oh, okay.
So forth. Sorry.
I probably do not notice this.
Sinister.
Do I notice him looking at me?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess you know something happened to me.
Yeah, it was my
Can you-
brother who found you.
I mean, you were
Fill me in on any details.
spark out on like a couple of streets over in an alley.
All right.
Good to see you up and about.
Thanks.
Thanks for picking him up.
No worries.
Also, pizza's awesome.
Ricky will just kind of nod with his face full of pizza.
Cool. So yes, pizza happens.
Then probably go back and get some sleep.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, I guess.
You're not actually. You're feeling hungover, but you're not feeling as tired as the rest of them would be if they didn't all have epic stamina.
So do you think
Trying to not let on.
that it was something you ate? Not from here, obviously, because this is autumn.
Well,
Also,
you'll
he ate
know
the
that I
same we did.
ate the same pizza as you guys this time. I'm not eating something different. Yeah.
Okay.
No idea. As I say, I went back to my room after we'd been on the roof.
So you were in your room, and then you weren't in your room, and then you were in an alleyway. I mean, technically that's not far off what we did either, but that's because we were looking for you. And we were conscious.
So do we think it's part of the game show? Like, take one of us out, so the rest of us have to do the thing without one of us.
So we should share rooms? I don't want to make that recommendation.
Don't
but I
remember
wanna say
anything on the waiver saying that they're allowed to drug us.
Was there
was
anything
there?
that said that they weren't?
There didn't appear to be anything obviously that would suggest they're allowed to drug you.
There's nothing that says they can't.
But nothing explicitly that says
I mean,
they
that
can't.
thing was full of loads of rubbish anyway.
Yeah, there's a
clearly.
lot of loopholes in there.
Oh, we can probably go to bed though. Okay, so you head back to the hotel.
Okay.
Just skip ahead to you here.
Do you want to not be on your own in your room?
We've only just met.
Ricky will give a very cheeky grin at them.
What? No! No, I meant, like, should we kind of double up because, you know,
Okay,
if you were on your own and you got missing, that's a word, then don't go. We should lock your window. Lock your window.
Definitely.
Yes. I'm going to lock my window.
Okay, so you
Ricky
get
will just be walking up to his room, chuckling and chomping on the last bit of pizza.
That's not what I meant.
Sure.
Of course, naturally. Yes, that's quite a sensible suggestion.
Evan might actually be curious where Edward is. I'm assuming the rest of you have shared the fact that this text is.
Oh, he just didn't come with us because he hates you.
So he's got a sister, and he's got another sister, and his sister messaged him or phoned him to tell him that his other sister's not where she's supposed to be, so he's gone to look for his sister.
Okay.
Of course, he might be drugged up.
But we don't know where his sister is or where he is, so he said that when we found you, we should message him to see where he is, to see if he's found his sister, so that we can go and get his sister. We should message
Okay.
him.
Have you?
We've got Herman. Where are you? Question mark. Send.
Okay, yes. That's probably
No
pretty
predictive
fast
text.
for even that's
You know,
pretty
tech
fast,
guy.
True, tech guy. You're quick on your
Plus,
phone.
are you?
You're true.
Text speech.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, you send a message, and after a couple of minutes for him to send a reply, you'll get still driving
What?
I-70 or Route 70 or whatever's the appropriate.
I hope he's not doing that.
Going to sleep. Tell us where in the morning.
You know,
Send.
2 M-R-W. Skips out the whole in the morning.
I don't think the Pom would get it.
He's not stupid.
He's a bit stiff.
He's not that old.
No, it's not an age thing. I just think he's a bit stiff. I don't. Yeah, right up.
Okay.
Okay. So, where is everyone sleeping?
In my bed.
In my bed.
There's
You're
a bear
sleeping-
in my own meal.
Are you
Let's
sleeping-
share rooms because we don't want to get kidnapped in the night. Everyone goes to their own rooms. I'm going to sit there like,
your room or mine?
guys.
Oh my!
No. No.
Okay, fine. I'm going to take it upon myself to heroically stay in the same room as Herman so that he doesn't get kidnapped again. Whether that's your room or mine, I don't mind.
Nor do I.
Hide a room.
Either way, you have the bed. I'll take the floor.
Are you sure?
Yes, naturally.
Okay. I'm going to get, like, some of my important stuff, so a rucksack full of crap, and take it to his room, and stay in his room. And
Fine.
make sure that I go around and check the window, and,
Yeah.
like, extra check the window,
Yeah.
and, like, put something next to the window, so that if the window opens,
Yeah.
it falls down and makes a noise.
This is
and
where
put
someone
something
needs
in front of the
Everybody,
door.
please roll me perception awareness.
Put something in front of the door, so if
Go
someone
on.
opens the door, it will
Okay.
fall over and make a noise, and
Yep.
generally be super
Okay.
paranoid about it.
Okay, you're being super
3 successes.
4.
It's totally all for Herman.
Yeah.
It's Herman's benefit.
You're totally not just being
I have failed at everything.
You have failed.
I am
you
putting
run
things
out
in,
of
balancing. Yes.
3.
No, it's how this is basically who wakes first. You got 4. You wake up first to the hammering on a door that isn't yours.
I'm asleep.
Oh, fuck's sake. Look at my watch.
It's about 4 in the morning.
Gonna kind of stroll to the door, probably just wearing the shorts that I went to bed in.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. You two will be waking up not too distant, but I'll give it a moment. You come out into the door, into the thing. You're looking around, and someone is knocking on Edward's door.
Who the bloody hell are you?
And she turns to look at you, and you recognise her because perfect memory.
Yep.
She is not Batman because
It's a she.
She's
Sorry.
Edward's sister that's not missing.
Bat
no,
girl, bat
because
woman,
you've never seen a picture of her.
bat thing.
Matilda Alessandro,
Who?
the adopted daughter of the person whose house you just broke into.
Well, I'm going to pretend I don't know who she is.
Oh, that one that I thought that we should
Roger,
make
you
friends
should just
with.
slowly close the door and pretend you never saw.
Do you have any idea what bloody time it is?
She looks
Dead.
pissed. As in angry. Not as in
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, she's gone for the magical stuff, isn't she? He nicked some
He
things.
did because he's a tart.
He did take some stuff because
We're gonna have to kill her.
Encountering the after effects of some botches. Yeah, so she glares at you. Sighs. Frowns. Attacks. No. Launches herself at you. No.
Well,
Yes, I know what fucking time it is.
Then why are you trying to wake every bugger in this hotel up?
You will notice behind her another door has opened, and Chitrita is kind of looking into the hallway and seems to be about to step out of the hallway.
Okay, well, the woman's looking straight at me, so I can't really say no.
just to shake your head.
Okay.
Come on. Surely it can wait till a more civilised hour. Maybe like 12?
Hello? Chitrita's stepped up behind. You guys have heard that it's kind of you'd stirred a bit from the hammering, and the hammering had gone off a little bit longer after Ricky had woken. It actually woken Ricky. Yeah, there's something going on. You can tell there's a conversation going on outside.
Oh, I'll listen at the door. I'm interested.
I'll step up to the door and listen, and presumably I recognise
there's some
the voices.
kind of you recognise two of the voices. There's some kind of thing
Punk
rigged up
stuff.
in front of the door. It might take you a moment to open the door if you don't want to make it.
Yeah, I'm
clattering
not
crash.
opening the door. I'm listening at the door. Recognise the voices.
You recognise two of the voices.
I'm going to gently rouse you.
What?
There's something going on out there.
Yeah. So Chitrita's
It's fine, it's out there.
Hello? So
It's Ricky.
do you know whose room this is? And she'll ask. She'll say, Yes, I think so. Isn't he? She looks over towards you because
If the woman is not looking at me,
the woman is not immediately looking at you, so you're shaking your head wildly. She's like, I don't know where he. I assumed he was in there.
Maybe he's a really heavy sleeper.
have you tried phoning him? There's a reception downstairs. It's a bit late for calls to someone's room, isn't it?
Ah, she's a prostitute.
Maria steps into the corridor.
Maria, I'm assuming, does not say that out loud.
Oh, I'm really hoping.
Yeah, she's a prostitute. No, I don't do that.
Really not.
This is why I'm not in the conversation.
She is kind of
What?
Dead.
Ricky and
you're noticing very it's not going to be too hard to notice that she's kind of very restless. She's moving,
Fidgeting a lot.
and she wants to be doing something. You possibly get the sense of what she wants to be doing is kicking this door in, but
she's got random people looking out of a hotel's hallway at her.
yeah, pretty much.
Do I need to get security? We're paying good money for these rooms, and that was a guaranteed good night's sleep.
Well, maybe you shouldn't take a room next to a thief.
Is a thief? Well, isn't that kind of more traditional to report it to the police? Or do you do things differently here?
What are you doing in my room?
this is my room, remember?
Oh yeah, outside. What? Is there someone here? Are they going to get in?
No. It's going on in the corridor, but I think maybe we should.
Throws the duvet back, fully dressed, ready for trouble.
Everything, trouble.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe we should move some of this stuff and take a peek out.
She's not only fully dressed, she's put back on the Power Rangers.
That would be a really silly idea. It's probably in my room though, so if anyone went in my room, they'd be like, "What?"
Yes, probably.
It's fine. It's in the drawer with the Bible.
Oh, the Gideons.
Power Rangers. Where's the helmet?
Some
the
question
next
that's
one's
just
down.
gone.
Yeah, I think that went in the.
You
Yeah.
dumped it.
No one ever looks in the Bible.
But there's this. Yeah, you've got this.
Gideon's Bible.
Gideon's
Guaranteed.
Bible and yellow
Well,
Power
the
Rangers.
masks were crappy plastic anyway,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was still wearing the trousers, so
Yeah.
I kind of had to bring those back. Yep.
Yeah. Anyway.
Can they hear us? Who is it?
I don't think they heard me.
Oh, good.
Actually, when you say "shh," can they hear us? There's a sigh, and she actually sort of calls somewhat over her shoulder towards the other door. Yes. The voice
Who's
you don't
making all that noise?
the
Oh
voice
my
you don't
god!
recognise.
Right, at this point, I don't worry about making noise, shifting the stuff out of the way of the door. I'll dismantle it fairly quickly and open the door and pop my head out to see what's going on.
Seriously, what? Look, it's 4 a.m. If you think someone's stolen something, call the cops. Otherwise, just stop making noise.
Sorry!
Okay, yeah, she's looking a bit curiously in your direction.
Oh no, she recognises you. You're finished.
No. Expecting trouble? She asks.
Not particularly. Should I?
I don't know.
Are you
Your
here to-
friend certainly seemed paranoid about it.
I'm hiding.
I think they're more than friends.
No, she's a prostitute.
When
I
you
did
say
not
my
hear that.
friend,
Just accuse everyone of being a
room?
Do you guys know that I went to... It's like, oh, Herman!
Whoever the bloke's got in his room, it's his own business. We all pay for our own rooms. So, how about that more civilised hour, yeah?
She looks at Chitrita. How about a straight answer? And she's asking, she's looking at Chitrita, and Chitrita kind of just leans back, looking rather
rabbit
nervous.
headlights.
Yeah, rabbit headlights. Do these people know the person who's supposed to be behind this door?
Chichita says, yes.
Yes. She's right.
I still not opened my door.
No, you've not. But yes, and right.
Couple.
She turns into the Hulk.
She does not turn into the Hulk.
Smoke bomb.
I'm going to go and have a quiet word with the management, or whoever's on reception, or whatever I need to, and they are going to open this door, and I'm going to retrieve what is mine.
I don't care, do whatever you like. I want to go to sleep. Just please stop the banging.
And she turns and starts walking towards the end of the corridor, stops. She sort of pulls out her phone as she goes. Stops, turns around, looking at... If you've closed the door, then...
I'm probably watching her walking off still a bit like, the fuck?
Yes. Right. Maybe I'll just pay for the damages. She walks back towards them. She started muttering. You probably overhear her muttering to herself. She's not trying to be quiet and starts walking back. Chitrita is looking really kind of, what the hell is going on? And you...
Oh, hello.
Well, sorry, just you as she walks past. Kind of in my head, you were on her left. I don't know whether that's true. Sure, you're on her left as she walks past, but yeah.
All right.
So she points at you. Your friend, if she's actually connected to any of this. There were 4 of you.
4 of us what?
My father wants to ask you why you've been some questions about why somebody's been breaking into our house.
Breaking into our house?
Yeah.
Why the hell would I want to do that?
Make me a manipulation and presence roll.
I believe in you, willpower.
Conviction.
Oh, I'll take that.
Nice. Very nice. Is that 4 plus?
4, 5, 6.
6 successes. Nice.
I do have an epic, and I used a willpower.
Epic and willpower. Nice. Okay, so she's going to be rolling her perception.
I have elected to stay in the room.
You've elected to stay in the room. Yep.
I am also in my room.
Herman was not actually there. Herman's actually one of the people there. Haven't your dice more like you more than my dice like me? That would be 1, 2, that. So you got 6. That's probably going to be enough that you're actually beating her on that roll. She narrows her eyes at you.
I don't believe you, but I'm not convinced enough to not.
Then she just looks straight at Chitrita.
Oh, God, our weak link. We should have killed her.
I assumed she would have gone back in the room by now.
She's kind of was doing a similar thing to you of what's going on. Looking down the corridor as and then kind of deer in headlights as this woman.
I don't know, if this lady gets some other truth out of Chitrita, it might be something that we don't know that we want to know. I'm in bed. Kind of.
She looks at Chitrita and says,
Chitrita doesn't know what we've necessarily been doing.
No, but she knows the game.
she knows the task you've been given.
True.
Were these people involved? Were these two involved?
Donkey puncher. She's not looking at you.
She's actually not looking at you. You could possibly
donkey puncher.
You could try it if you want to try and assault this woman.
She's seen my face.
She can't see your face when she's dead.
I'm not killing some random
And
woman.
Maria has drawn the Maria card.
Just saying.
Anyway, she
We've
looks
got
at
bed sheets.
and Chitrita is just kind of this leaning backwards. You're not getting a good look of this woman's face because she's kind of looking away from you as she's looking to Chitrita. But Chitrita's response is, "This woman is fucking scary." She is turning on the
Leave the poor girl alone.
Were these people connected to this
Someone
man?
stabbed them.
Maria bounces out of her room.
It's basically the rest of you can't choose to do anything.
I'm listening in.
Just
Nothing's
listen.
kicked off.
Yep. And Chitrita kind of nods very.
Fuck's sake.
Just donkey puncher. We'll sort it out later. I tell you telepathically.
You don't have
I
telepathy.
don't have that
Not a thing
ability.
yet.
I'm willing it through the door.
You're thinking really hard. Unfortunately, you don't have telepathy. Ricky doesn't have telepathy.
Also, I'm not going to
Hopefully
randomly
this-
assault someone.
Hopefully, this woman does not have telepathy. She just
Yeah, she picks up on
Kill
you
your
going.
family.
She just goes.
walks over
Terminator.
to your door and pulls you out. Yeah. No, she actually just walks over. She walks over to Edward's door. Jam. Not quite. There's a definite. She's forcing it, but you're pretty sure that
That's not a human thing.
human strength
He might have taken them with him.
be able to.
He might not find anything. I will through the door.
I would, to be honest, I would have assumed he would. He was pretty obsessed with
I don't know that he took anything. As far as I'm concerned,
No.
he
as far
took
as you're
the
concerned.
statue, and I've got that
And
in
that's
my
in your
room
room.
that I'm not in.
You're
So
not.
I'm just like, if I stay here, everything's fine.
Also, I have literally nothing that connects me to what we did.
Apart from Chitrita.
Apart from that.
She's kind of our weak
She's
link.
looking for a thief. She thinks Edward stole something. I know that Edward stole the statue, which he then gave to me, which is in my room.
Yep.
I'm not in my room.
Yep.
So as long
Yep.
as I stay
Yep.
here,
Yep.
everything's fine.
Yep.
Unless she starts searching everyone's room.
So
That's
no,
fine,
she
I'm not
walks
in it.
into
She can search her rooms all she likes.
She walks into Edward's room. You'll see that there are a few things. Well, if you look, you'll see there's some stuff left behind.
I'm not going in. I'm literally sitting in my doorway.
Okay, fine. Anyone who chooses to look.
I'll
Have a
stand
glance.
close to the door.
Yeah. Okay. So you can
what's
see he
going
left a few bits. Apparently, he left in rather a hurry. It looks like he hasn't bothered picking up a load of things. Pretty much almost anything, basically. She walks straight to the to one of the chest drawers. Opens the drawer, pulls out a case, a silver case. Flicks it open, looks inside.
Busted.
Can I see what's in the case from where I am?
She hasn't turned the light on, but that doesn't seem to be bothering you so much as it should do. Which will be sort of around the time you realise that you can see in the dark better than you used to.
Awesome.
It's a handy trick.
It is. Yeah. So yeah, it's hard to see sort of from the angle. You can't really see much what's in it. And she's kind of in the way. It seems quite a small case, kind of like glasses case sized.
but not.
Kind of like the little black one that you got earlier.
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
it's
That was like a scrolly thing.
that's specifically a
Okay.
scroll case. But no, it's sort of silver.
More like a boxy type case.
Yeah. She flicks it open, looks, and you can see her kind of just a lot of the tension drains. Like whatever she was
Missing.
really upset about appears to be that this whatever this is was taken. You have no idea what it is. You weren't there.
I don't know, man. I wasn't there.
And then she closes the box, pockets it. It's just about small enough to fit in a pocket. Right.
Well, she's going to report us to police.
So, she steps back into the hallway, pulls the door shut. It mostly shuts, just won't stay there. She's just broken the thing. This guy. His friend? She kind of looks a bit uncertainly. She doesn't really.
She
doesn't know
actually
who's-
has no idea,
doesn't know
does she?
who's in there. Who else? I mean, I don't know where he is, but she looks down. She is really quite scared.
I'm just having flashbacks to a game where we threw someone out of a plane to stop them talking.
You're not on a plane.
We are on a 6-foot building. And it would look like a suicide.
It's a bit late.
You could try throwing her out of the window to make.
Not sure that would make our problems less.
I don't think that would lessen your problems. No.
I still can't really hear what's going on or know what's going on at all, so I'm staying where I am.
There were two girls, and she points to another 2 rooms. Basically, yeah, these 2 rooms,
Oh, now I'm going to have to come out.
and she steps over to the first one, knocks on it. It's your one.
Okay. I open the door and bottle her.
Up to you.
Sounds
Are you
legit.
going to open the door and
Yeah.
bottle her?
Open the door and bottle her.
Alright.
Okay, this will be fun.
Where we die.
You got to kick things off eventually, guys. Come on.
You open the door
One,
and
two,
bottle
Never
three.
been Herman's mantra.
3
I'm just
successes.
like, I'm bored, let's start a
3
fight.
successes.
I know.
You open the door and hit her in the face with a bottle.
That's awesome.
She is offended.
She is probably offended. Roll strength plus 4 damage. Bashing damage.
So 6 bashing.
As in roll the 4 extra 4 dice.
Oh, sorry.
That wasn't
So
4 extra.
2 plus. Whee! So 3 bashing damage.
3 bashing damage. Okay, you successfully hit her in the face with a bottle. Okay, yeah, sure, why not? The bottle shatters impressively, and she's now looking
Pissed off. And wet.
and otherwise completely unscathed.
And you would know.
Roll initiative.
And you would know. In fact, actually, perception, wits and awareness roll, not an initiative, but just general wits and awareness roll to see if you notice something immediately.
I'm out of my depth.
1, 2, 3 successes.
Yeah. You know how your assess health thing would normally tell you you are getting nothing from assess health
she's
when
dead.
you are looking at her.
Death sense.
You don't have she is not a ghost. She is physically in front of you, so that I believe Death 1 allows you to see ghosts that otherwise you would not be able to see. She is physically there. You do not have anything that would say she is a Walking Dead of some sort. You can
Cool.
but she is definitely not showing up on any kind of sense of life.
roll initiative.
Sure, why not? What are other people doing? Because she has just opened the door, smashed the bottle in this woman's face, and she
I heard
doesn't
that!
seem to
I heard that!
Ricky's reaction was probably
Initiative.
7.
2.
4. 2.
7.
Yep.
It's like, so she got less than that. Not much less than that, but less than that.
Unfortunately, I don't know what I'm doing. What's
think
going
what
on?
are you doing?
What is going
What
on?
is
Like, I was in the room,
Lisa doing?
and I have already established that going out there is probably a bad plan because I'm likely just to make it worse. However, I just heard a bottle smash. I can guess who that was.
Yeah, Herman's reaction is, can we keep bottles away from Maria?
Oh, Maria.
Okay.
Oh, come on, she knew what was happening. There was no way we were getting out of this. So, you end this the Mexican way.
What floor are we on again?
Like the fifth
High
floor.
enough to make it look like a suicide.
Yeah, high enough that it's not going to be subtle when you land it flawlessly.
Why am I... No, I was more thinking, right, at this moment in time, what is my main concern? So, this random woman has turned up. I don't know who she is because I haven't seen her and no one said who she is.
Yep,
So
correct.
there's a random woman outside.
Yep.
I know that Herman's already had trouble today.
Yep.
She's looking for Edward. We
Yep.
don't know where Edward is.
Yep.
He's a thief.
Yep.
She's been in his room.
Yeah,
She's gone to look in Maria's room.
Yep.
Maria's answered the door. My room's the next one down.
yeah,
I've got the cat statue.
yep.
Do I want to get the cat statue out of my room before she finds it?
Okay, so you're going to try and climb
Maybe.
around the wall?
So, well, I don't know if that's my, is that my...
I don't know. I mean, the plus side is, if you botch it and plummet, you know...
Why do you keep trying to get me to fall off buildings?
Because I want you to show off.
No one will be watching.
It's fine, it's 4 in the morning, no one will see me.
Exactly.
Yep.
It'll be fine.
Yep.
Anyway, what are you doing? What is Lisa actually doing? Because you do get to access.
Temptation just to go, nah.
The thing is, I think that Maria has probably got this. Because there's some random woman knocking on our door at stupid o'clock in the morning and Maria's just started a fight with them. And Maria, is actually... Biker ball
she
wasn't
didn't
that
do
good.
that spectacular.
I did alright, thank you. Considering there was 6 of them.
I'm gonna try and get to my room.
Outside.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
Fine. You go over and open the door. Oh, you open the window.
No, I'm not going in the corridor.
Yeah, sorry.
Isn't your room locked?
Isn't there
I've
lots
got
of...
the key, it's fine.
For the outside window?
I'll worry about that when I get there. This is not a master of planning.
Okay, so she's
This
up
is like,
there.
shit, I need to get the
She
thing.
is attempting to grab you, basically
Whoa.
just turn you around and slam you into the wall opposite.
Oh, exciting.
Oh crap, first things first, I need to get the shit out of the way of your window because I barricaded it.
What's your dodge, Stevie?
5.
She just... My dice are coming up shit. She just about...
It's because you're in
grabs you.
Pete's chair.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So opposing strength?
Is there any grapple now?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I'm going to willpower.
So strength and brawl. You can apply your brawl.
Oh,
to it.
thank you. Strength and brawl.
Yes. She is not yet applying willpower because she doesn't yet aware that
She doesn't think she needs it.
because she doesn't think she needs to.
1, 2, 3.
Got Lisa's
No.
hat.
Not enough. What's your bashing soak?
5.
Nice. What do you get 5?
1, 2, 3, 4 stamina and 1 epic.
Oh, 4 stamina. Yeah, of course. It's actually that's not actually a start. I forgot the cat. For some reason, I thought that. Yeah, okay, fine. So you don't immediately take any damage. Woohoo! But yes, you are grabbed and slammed into the wall opposite.
Now it's a brawl.
Okay, so you smacked her and she didn't care, and she smacked you and you don't care, and now you're just both pissed off.
Basically, Superman versus Zod. It's going to be fun.
Oh god.
It's going to be fun.
I am clearing stuff out the way of the window.
Yeah, she is.
Herman may be wondering what I'm doing.
She is just sort of arm against your. And so at the moment, still just mostly across your shoulders, rather than applying any particular pressure to your throat. But it's it's not going to. It wouldn't be far for her to shift her arm up and start actually.
It's alright. I still got the bottle in my hand. I'm going to shiver.
Okay, so Next up is... I can't remember. One of you two. Chitrito is standing there looking horrified.
Time for a fight!
I can't even remember what you two rolled.
I rolled quite well. I think I got
a 2.
5.
Okay, so, yeah, you're up next.
Oh no, I saw 4.
4, but yeah, you're up next. She has just slammed... Yeah,
We're in my room now.
Still kicking off.
no, you're not. You're in the hall. You're in the corridor.
I'm
She
just
pulled
gonna,
me out the
She's
room.
pulled you out of the room, turned
Oh, right.
around into the...
I'm just going to walk down the corridor towards them, just going, can we not?
Guys, it's 4
Right,
a.m.
stop it. Not needed.
I want to go to sleep.
Okay. What the Herman is saying, can we keep bottles?
I've now benefit of the doubt. Can that be used in combat, or is that a?
You
Well,
can
it
attempt.
can.
You can attempt to social roll in combat. What are you going to try and do?
Would you awfully mind not beating the crap out
Yeah.
of someone?
I'm going to walk up and say, "There's clearly been some misunderstanding. You're knocking in a door at 4 a.m. You've
A very
But
long conversation.
knocked on this young lady's door. Obviously terrified her.
What are you doing?
I was
Because you
gonna
will
shiv
have a
her.
chance to shiv her if you decide. Are you going to shiv her while Hugo is while the two gentlemen are walking up trying to calm the situation down? Are you going to try and stab her with the broken bottle?
I'll stick it in her stomach and try it just to say that. Do you know what they do? They put it against her.
I thought you meant like,
Put it against her carotid artery in her groin. Actually, that's
Artery.
funny. Yeah, that's it. And then I'll try and take control of the grapple, which is strength for sprawl again.
Yeah.
Can I use my conviction in this scenario?
what's your conviction? Oh yeah.
So I'm just trying to.
This is fun, isn't it? It's suddenly
Slime fights at 4
it's
in the
got
morning.
spicy.
Temptation to grab the stuff and cheese it.
Legit.
Okay, right.
At least then she'd stop trying to hurt people. Just hurl it and then run.
You could try it.
Try and pickpocket this crap out of her.
I'm quite good at that.
You could try. Right. So Dex. So
Strength for
and
sprawl.
Or Dex and brawl if you'd rather.
Oh, can I
You
use
can
Dex?
Yeah, you can.
There's-
Well, you can
there's
try and
kind of
squirm
slipping
it.
out, basically,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It's
I'll have another dice.
it's whether it's brutal. It's it's
Can I add
forcing
conviction
your way out.
and
Conviction.
Yeah. to win this fight?
Conviction really applies, but I will
It's all right.
have a look at if I can find the damn section.
Well, we tried.
Yeah. I feel that my speech about how Maria's obviously been scared by the early knock on the door and reacted
resist acts of persuasion or compulsion that go against their beliefs.
Out of,
determine the best course of action in support of their
fear
goals.
is
Commit
going to be
heinous
undermined
acts
by
in
the...
support
By
of their
this
beliefs.
gut stabbing. Sorry?
Stabbing her, you might have actually been able to justify a conviction. I'm not sure you can.
So if I stab her, I roll more dice, guys. I will just hold it against
I'm
her
not
artery. though.
surprised.
What? That's surprising, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you're trying to take control of the grapple.
Yes. I didn't roll very well, to be honest. In fact, I rolled nothing.
Okay, she almost rolled nothing, but not quite nothing, so she is still in control of the grapple. My dice really don't like me this one. Seriously, it's like 8 dice, 1 success. So that's my rolling average. It's, like
It's cool. I
one
did
or
an
two
intelligence
successes.
check to see if this is a good idea. I failed.
Awesome. Those are always the best ones to trail. Is this a good idea? Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's go for it.
Like I said, Lisa's not a master planner.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to have some time to start
Yep,
timing.
faffing
but,
about.
we'll see how much time you have. Okay. So yes, you put.
Plus, Herman's left me unsupervised.
So I stick the bottle in her groin,
against
against her groin,
pressing
and
the
then
bottle
just
against.
with my eyebrows kind of indicate down to where it's stuck in. So if she does anything, I can just go, yeah.
I point down with my eyebrows.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's how they do it in films.
Okay.
Works in the movies.
Right. Can I have
a charisma and presence roll to try and persuade her to try and persuade this woman to stop being aggressive towards the person who's just smashed her in the face
Who's
with a
about
bottle.
to ship her, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
might not be the
To
easiest
ship her.
task.
It's not going to be.
Do you have
the
any
easiest
virtues that you could add on to it?
Harmony. I think that's one of mine.
Harmony
actually.
is
Yeah.
not a Norse virtue.
No, it's not.
Loyalty to my friend.
I got loyalty, but
Probably a bit of a
Expression,
What?
maybe.
yeah.
If you're trying.
Interpretive dance.
ooh, pardon me. I don't know how expression is described in the rule.
Remind me what the rules are about channeling a virtue.
So, essentially, you spend a point of willpower and you take a point of that virtue, you then get that many extra dice rather than an auto success.
Oh, so if I had 4 in expression, then I get 4 extra dice.
Yeah. You have 4 in expression,
that's
don't you?
Can I,
That's a beautiful thing.
4 extra dice, yeah, thank you. But can I borrow a pencil
Oh,
to
yes.
small
Yeah.
top me?
Okay. Let's see what my dice think of this.
Frowny face.
My dice.
I'm really hoping we
Oh,
don't have to end
really
up
shit.
roadhousing her.
My dice are so shit this evening.
Right.
This is just ridiculous. 2
1,
successes
2,
on all of
3.
them.
I have just
4,
realised as well that,
5,
once again, we keep saying don't split the party, but I've gone in the
7,
opposite
8,
direction to
9,
everyone. Again.
10.
I think he's very convincing.
Okay,
How many?
to resist that, I'm just going to say, to resist that, on like 12 dice or something, I got 2.
Yeah, I know. She's listening.
She looks at
I'm
you.
going to consider your offer.
Her?
Huh?
No, she looks at you.
Ah,
Steps back while reaching down with her other hand to grab your wrist and just sort of push
Nope.
it.
I think I'd stab her if she did that.
Are you trying to stab her?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, would you?
That's my one out of this situation.
To be fair, he did say he was going
No, that's it is honestly.
So if she's trying, is she?
She's stepping back, so her arm's no longer pressed against you, and she's reaching down.
Oh right. If her arm is pressed against me, I'll move the bottle away from her
Okay.
vagina.
So yeah, you move the bottle. So she kind of ended up not grabbing you because you moved the thing by that point.
And then I'll just lick the inside of the bottle where the whiskey is and goes, Mexico.
And cut your tongue.
No, my bashing soaks it.
That's probably lethal, but
My
you've got
lethal
epic
soaks it.
stamina. It's fine. You've got epic stamina. You're not
Tasty.
cut yourself accidentally.
Just eat this bottle. Yeah, I don't have that. No.
You don't have that.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's a fun
Maria
one.
within a furnace. Just.
In a furnace and then devour.
Yeah, I'll have a bottle of whiskey. Oh, what?
Oh, I know what I'm buying.
Devour is a demigod knack, but it's so much fun.
It's like, oh, we need to hide the body. Got it.
No. I don't think you technically need devour for that.
So what you're saying is we should eat her.
No.
Skin her. These are great ideas, guys.
Cut her down.
Okay, so having successfully talked,
Hold your pencil rather than borrowed.
she is going to look. So she's sort of looking. She stepped back. You can see she's wet. Her top is soaked, and she now smells of whiskey. You know the plan earlier.
No one will believe her. She's drunk.
And
Oh, sure, they're boozy.
yes, she's looking definitely pissed off. But yes, surprisingly unhurt for someone who's just had a bottle of whiskey smashed.
Yeah, I'm not surprised
On her
after I saw her
face.
punch through a door.
Yeah. My father wants to talk to you. Do you want to come through the front door? Or through the back door?
Which one's closer?
Well, the front door means I don't get to drag you there by your ankles.
Gringo, I will skin your face off.
That was probably Ricky's reaction as well to it. Who would see that coming?
She just slowly turns to look back at you.
You know it's 4 in the morning, right?
Right, so let's see. She does not have that, so I'll give her that roll for 1, 2, 3. Probably, yeah. I'm not gonna make this in a post roll. I'm just seeing quite how well she is conveying the thing. So you say that she just does this very slowly turns, looks at you. She doesn't even say anything. She just looks towards you, her expression very clearly expressing something along the lines of scarier than you have tried, or bring it, or something.
Oh, if she said bring it,
she's not actually
No, she
saying
gives you the bring it face.
She's just looking at you. She just looks at you. It's not even quite being. She just looks at you, looks you up and down, and then turns back to Ricky, where she is with the expression of,
I'd go into my room to get another bottle.
you could. Yeah, it's not even quite the bring it. It's the you
Get fucking out!
really you kind of expression, and then looks back.
I don't do well with conflict.
I don't like confrontation.
It's
Maria's like, I do!
It's more that she likes confrontation and she can't back down from it.
I'm a fucking prideful bitch, really.
So yeah, my comment of it's 4 in the morning, right, stands.
Compared to Gringo, I'll skin your face.
So far, I have not fallen off
Yes,
the
I've
building.
noticed.
We're just buying time at this point, aren't
Yeah, so you have succeeded in not falling off the building, and you
we? I'll come with you if you want.
okay. So you get to your window.
Mm-hmm. And then I realised that it's
Then you realise it's locked.
bugger.
What are you going to do at this point?
Smash it. Or larceny.
Can I still hear any? I don't. Probably not.
Not through the window, and even if you left the other window open, no, not really.
Through that for a second.
Yeah, sure.
Might spend some experience points.
What are you doing?
I'm going to go back to Herman's window.
You climb back to Lord Herman's window.
I'm like, this is a stupid plan. Why are you doing this? It's like,
Okay.
I could probably do it, but then I'm breaking into my own room, and also they're probably still fighting, and I can't actually tell what's going on, and there's every chance that I'll break into my room and go, ha-ha, and then my door will open. And then that would be worse. So I'd rather not be caught in my room with the thing. So I'm going to go back the other way. Good job, Lisa.
Make another climbing roll, try not to barge.
You really want me to fall off this
I
building?
kind of want you to fall off this building just for the amusement value.
10, 9, 8.
Oh, fine, yes,
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Can we still not take skills above 3?
No, you can take skills above 3.
Ah, cool.
And then you can pick a specialisation.
No, that's not really a thing in Scion.
Yeah, I know.
This tends to already count double.
So I'm going to
It just
suggest.
looks cool on your sheet.
Look, you've clearly got what you came here for. How about, as Ricky says, it's 4 in the morning, at a more sociable hour. We can.
How
Visit
about
your father.
you come to talk to my father now, so that way you don't run off the moment I'm out of eyesight.
So right through me.
What's that over there?
Like a window. You know, one of the reasons that I was rolling like random agility checks was to see if I fall off, because if I fall off, I'm just going to go, oh shit! All you're going to hear is Lisa go, wee! Because I have a feeling that she would probably hear me. You lot might not, but she probably would.
Yes. So what is Lisa? What,
Temptation to go back to my room and cheese it down the window.
I get back to Herman's room. I climb gingerly over the
I just
windowsill,
bought some larceny and some stealth.
Awesome. Fine.
and then I listen to see if I can tell what's going on.
Yeah. By this point, there's a relatively quiet conversation going
Exactly.
on. Yeah.
So no, I can't tell what's going on. Everyone's dead. Oh my god!
No, you can hear the
Yeah, no.
conversation. And Chitrita's like a good few paces back, kind of standing there in a
Note to self: throw Chitrita out window.
Has Herman got his phone on him, or is it in his room on the side somewhere?
It'll be in my pocket.
No.
Okay.
I was going to text Edward.
So I'm going to suggest, look, you're clearly a formidable opponent, but we're in the middle of a hotel.
Yes.
Let's go to a
How
Mortal
do you
Kombat
plan
event.
on getting us out of here if we don't want to come?
I have ways
Of making us talk?
Well, Chitrita,
I
obviously.
have ways of getting to places
That was terrible.
in
I loved it.
unusual methods.
It's called the subway, isn't it?
Now, I'm told they're fairly unpleasant to experience.
I'll say something, or I'm going to step in.
Well, I've heard it smells of wheat, but, it can't be that bad.
She's just completely, she's blanking you. She's not even responding to that. Completely blanking you. You can test me. It's possible that
What's the square root
some
of
of
43?
you may manage to
Have you done your thing yet?
escape me.
What thing? I'm in Herman's room.
It's conceivable you all might. Or you can come with me. We can go and talk to my father. And we'll see what happens next. But I guarantee you, you'll enjoy the journey a lot more that way.
Hey, where are we going?
Surprise!
Sorry, I thought I should get dressed.
How embarrassed does Herman look when she says that?
Ricky will give a cheeky wink.
To be fair, I actually don't know how embarrassed Herman would feel.
This is why we need
So-
someone take telepathic communication so we can all link up.
Either way, Ricky is still stood there, currently, in his pants.
You could say, "I'll go get changed," and leave it out the window.
You could, if that's what you want to
I could.
do.
Just running into the distance.
In your underwear.
I've got a room with clothes in.
You're going to get dressed, then jump out the window and run off. Okay.
The question is, are we going to go with this one?
She said it'd be fun. Did I miss the conversation? What's going on?
Somewhat. Where
Because in Mexico, someone says you're going to take you out. in
Well,
the
I'm
middle
going to
of the
go
night.
put something a bit more decent on.
Are we actually going?
I don't know.
Where are we going?
Right now, I'm stood in my pants.
this lady would
Sorry,
like us
underpants.
to visit her father.
Oh, is he sick?
No, he's going to shoot us and throw us in the river.
That doesn't sound fun.
No, that's what I think.
I
That
literally
doesn't sound
turn.
like
So the other option.
I literally turn around and stop and walk back into my room.
Okay, she doesn't immediately.
So we all just walk out of the room to close the doors. Click.
No, she doesn't immediately respond to that because you do have a legitimate reason of, I want to put some clothes on and,
I am in my pants.
you're in your underwear. Yes, she answers to that. That doesn't seem his style.
And I will text Edward from my room. What have you done, you dumb pom bastard?
I'll stand in the hallway as a show of good faith. Also, Chitrita
Still
looks a bit
driving.
scared.
Is that what he says back?
That's probably what he says back because he doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Can I
Some
go
woman
to-
came for
can I go to
your
Chitrita?
stolen stuff.
And stab her.
That would actually help us quite a lot.
And, reassure her and tell her to go back to bed and it'll be
I
fine.
was going to tell her that in Mexico they'd cut out her tongue for snitching.
Yeah, but
I
you've
don't
just gone
think
to
she'll-
go and get dressed.
Oh, that's true.
And you've got to go with her. And I'm staying in the hallway as a show of good faith and stuff, and I'm going to reassure her and give her a pat because she doesn't
So I
look like a
take some
hugger.
bottles in
And
between.
tell her to go back to bed.
No, I think she
Colin,
should
you've
come
got a
to.
phone, haven't you?
Yes, you could text
Oh,
me.
okay.
What the fuck is going on?
We should
Just, you know-
stab this bitch and run. So,
Running seems like a good plan. Send.
She will look. Actually, she'll look at you, seeing as you seem to be talking. Actually, no. Correction. She will get a text message.
from me. Oh, wrong number!
I'm sorry, who dis?
No, she'll look at her phone again, look up at you, and say, "And where's the statue?"
Oh, we need to kill her now. So I've texted you saying we should stab this bitch and run. And you said what?
I said we should. Running sounds like
a good plan.
We won't get out of the building, stab the bitch and run.
We could go out the window again.
I'll be right back.
But what about
Well,
the
past
others?
her, past the door,
into
into
your
my
room.
room.
Yeah, she's watching you quite closely.
That's
Why don't we all just go in our rooms and jump out the windows?
We're just going to get dressed. Everyone, get out.
Get out.
Put the wing.
Is
I
that
don't have a phone. I'm tidying my room and then bringing her the thing and being like, in my bag.
Oh.
No, I'm putting it in my bag, and then I have a bag with me,
Yeah, she
And then
sees
I-
you put it in your bag.
and then I'm.
Why are we doing what the
Oh.
crazy woman says?
Okay.
Hey, none of you lot are talking to me right now. You've all split up and gone in your rooms.
Right,
So
what's
I'm
going on?
dealing with the
Herman,
situation.
you get a text message.
Saying stab the bitch and
I
run.
got a text
You
message.
get a text message from Wiki.
Oh, okay.
Running sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
So
Maria
I'm-
wants to stab her.
Stab her first and then
See, I'm at conversation distance to this
Yes,
woman.
you are.
So,
You are.
where you're all slinking off to get dressed, I'm.
I was
Lisa
legitimately
comes
in
back
my
with
pants.
with a bag.
I've got my bag.
Hold on. So, how did she see Lisa put the statue in the bag if she was still?
She already
So
knew.
she's moved enough to be able to see through the doorway to see what's going on. So yeah, you could be a little bit. You probably maybe a little bit further away, but
Okay.
I can put a suspicious bundle in my bag because I had wrapped it up in stuff. But yeah,
okay. Fine.
it's a heavy-looking suspicious bundle.
Yeah.
So I hadn't just left it on my nightstand, you know.
Yeah,
That
okay,
would be
fine.
daft. I mean, Lisa's not a genius, but she's not stupid.
Also, you'll get a text message. These two will get a text message going, "I think we've lost the game show."
Well, we definitely have because they found out we haven't got the statue.
Okay. What are you?
What is the plan, guys?
What are you guys doing?
OC.
Because I kind of like to get to the end of this so you can then follow Edward next week. Which either means going
still
with
say
her
cheese
or
it.
running. Running is potentially a valid option.
Or fighting.
Or fighting and running and whatever.
I'm okay. At this point, I'm okay to go
You're
with her.
standing next to her.
Because I'm sticking with Chitrita.
Yeah.
And she's obviously terrified of this woman, who, you know, is kind of a bit tall and...
She's
funny looking.
massively tall, but
She's taller than me.
you. She's taller than Chitrita.
I have the thing in my bag, and I'm sticking with Chitrita because she looks scared.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
What do we think? Out of character.
If you guys want to run, go for it.
Well,
It's fine.
it's what are your characters doing? Because you're all now deciding for yourselves what you should do.
I don't have
Yeah,
phone.
Well,
I
we're
can't text
communicating through text.
You are communicating through text. Have you looked at your phone? Because that would
It would
you
probably be
cannot
going,
do that subtly.
Yeah.
You can receive a text and not pay any attention to
Well,
it.
she just did.
Yeah, she's looked at her phone. I don't feel like
sure.
I'm being socially awkward by
Yeah, no, that's
looking
fine.
at my phone.
That's fine. Yeah. So yes, you can
Just
see.
turns around and goes,
So it's no longer rude to look at my phone.
I'm gonna
That's-
ask. I'm gonna ask Chitrita what book she's reading at the moment because I know she finished her other one.
She doesn't seem like she's particularly interested in.
I'm trying to distract her.
Yeah,
It's not working,
it's
but
not
I'm
working.
trying.
What do you want to do?
I want her to appreciate that I'm trying to distract her.
she tempted to cheese it.
Do it.
I've
It's cool. I've got this.
I observed the
Do you have
bottom.
loyalty?
No.
You could legitimately cheese it.
No.
What? Yeah, I mean, valor could.
Yeah.
I mean, what have you got at a
I've-
reasonable level?
Oh, but-
Just ignoring the things that,
Endurance and intellect.
you could probably. I mean, you've got then. What's the other two? It's valor at one.
Valor and 1 and duty at 1.
duty at one.
Well, that's fine. You can run away, work
Either
out
of
how to
those
solve the
would
situation.
probably, either
And
of
then
those
come back.
feels wrong, but it's
To be
not
honest, no
something
more.
you're going to be.
Like it would for a normal person.
Yeah, basically.
But
Yeah,
if that's the
it feels like
case,
the
then
wrong
you
thing
would
to
know that you would be better off getting out of this situation, working out what's going on, and then coming back in when you have a better standpoint on it, which you currently don't.
Yeah, you could justify that and whatever. And basically, I'm not too worried about what virtues everyone. I'm just saying that it kind of goes against them. But
Ricky is thinking, his mind is racing.
yeah.
Through text.
His mind is racing. His fingers are racing. Unfortunately, texting is still slow. Okay, so
Could go and punch our way out if needed. Send.
what is?
I'm quite happy to just stab this woman. So that's my opinion. I think we should beat the crap out of her and then leg it. Or slit her throat.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying.
I've never murdered someone before.
I observed the bottling, and I'm concerned that where
you also
not dealing
it's
with
going
a
to be a
normal
bit more
person.
awkward for you to respond. So far, all she's been doing is looking at her phone, and then
So you're probably just getting messages from the.
you're getting a conversation, occasional message from the two of us when they remember to send it to you as well.
Just say,
I'm copying him.
I'll message you saying beat the shit out of her? Question mark.
Message back.
Got this. Get her, Herman.
Smiley face.
Do you want to come? She because she can see your. She will call out. Do you want to come out and have this conversation in the hallway? It would probably be quicker than sending text messages back and forth.
So are we beating her up?
Okay, who left their button tones on?
It's more that Herman's standing there.
So
going,
fight
"Another
or
message,
run?
Another
Question
message.
mark.
Another message.
Or go with her. Question.
I don't have a pager. I used to have a pager, but I lost it in a dare.
I put the face with the two X's.
Okay.
Maria and Herman are with her now.
Lisa and Herman.
That one.
Right.
So
You would have got the name right.
fight? Question mark.
No.
So do you live at the house?
you actually find Herman is finally joining in the conversation. No.
Do you live at the house?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Batman.
Batman. No. No, she's not Batman.
I think we can reasonably go with this one without bad things happening.
I think bad things are going to happen whatever we do.
What did he steal?
So let's choose the valorous one.
What did he
and
steal?
Fight
What
her.
was in his room?
I'm quite sure that's bad.
Birthday presents.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm glad you got them back.
Don't make friends with her.
I'm the only person here having a conversation. Like,
are.
the rest of you are talking to each other.
Trying to work out where to.
It's really awkward stood in the hallway with the scary lady and Chitritas who's just like... So I'm trying to, it's
Yeah.
fine. Plus, Lisa's pretty curious and chatty and just
Yeah,
wants to...
no, that's
she's
cool.
bored. Nothing's happening. She's
That's
going to
cool.
talk to the only person here. Chitrita won't have a conversation. Let's talk to the random lady.
Yeah.
What? You suggest that you have us at a disadvantage already. It seems like if we follow you to your father's house, that we'd be at even more of a disadvantage. What incentive do we have not to take our chances now, rather than take our chances when they are much slimmer?
She actually looks and nods. I can promise you if I have to track you down, it will not be pleasant, but I can also promise you that my father is not an unjust man.
Plus, I'd like to see it in your house. It looks
he
nice.
will demand from you no more than whatever seems appropriate for what you have done. You broke in, you stole a couple of things. Moment, looks like we're getting them both back. I don't know why he just sent me a message asking to bring you back to him. So I guess it comes down to what you think you've just done.
Does he like pizza? There's this really
And
good
whether
place.
you think you should be running about now.
At which point Herman just fronts.
that would be entertaining.
That would actually be pretty cool.
Herman has not even been in the bloody house.
Herman does what?
No. It's just
I was half expecting Herman just to bolt.
turn and cheese it. Turn him on.
He just
I mean,
faints.
I'm okay coming round. Like, it looks like a nice house. I'd like to go inside, properly. I only rang the doorbell last time, and I felt a bit bad.
I'm not sure I've done anything.
Are we going with it then if we're not going to fight it?
Can't leave him alone.
We're
Oh,
all
we're not
going
alone.
to die.
There's two of us, and there's two of you. We have not technically gone off on our own.
Yeah.
We're all going
are
to
you coming
die.
out? Are you coming out?
I'm texting
Yes,
him.
dressed.
Okay.
Yeah, we come out dressed.
Okay. Shall we go then?
Milk done?
Have you agreed that... Milk done. No, she doesn't take milk done. Have you agreed not to, I don't know,
Give us some drugs.
hit me with more bottles?
I have not agreed to
Maria!
not hit you. In fact, I can promise you I will hit you more if anything goes wrong.
She has issues.
She just kind of shrugs at that. She doesn't seem particularly... She seems neither particularly offended nor particularly scared. Like,
I'm not. I'm saying it as a matter of fact.
yeah, just kind of...
Can't say they'll do anything, but I'll definitely hit her with more bottle.
Yeah, so she kind of looks at you. Fair. Again, she doesn't say it, but the expression is, you know what? That's
When we
actually
get out
pretty
onto
fair.
pavement, guys, we're going to cheese it in the opposite direction.
Screaming whoop whoop whoop.
So yeah, she
Push
starts,
you into traffic and run.
she starts heading down to it. She's sort of heading down that way, and you know the direction she's
We
heading.
will vaguely follow.
If you are following, if you are going with her,
She just walks up.
she is going to be checking that you are following rather than just walking off without you.
I was,
You know, she'll
Who-
stop
who
at the
bought the
list.
smoke
and wait
bombs?
for- You should nick them from that ninja.
On the way out of the hotel, presumably we go through the lobby.
Yep.
start screaming, help, help, I'm being abducted.
We're-
Yeah, the
It's
thing.
okay, we're staying for 3 nights. Sorry, it's early.
is there much sign of like security or anything?
It's only 4 o'clock.
There'll be someone half asleep on the desk.
Yeah, probably.
That is,
That's
right.
probably about it.
Is this other woman coming with us? Chikorita.
Chikorita is coming, yes.
Chikorita.
Chikorita. And
I'll give her some milk duds.
She's the one
she
that
doesn't.
probably should.
She'll take them
Yep.
because you're paying most attention to her perception awareness roll, something like that.
Well, I can try.
It's sort of how
Ooh, I got a pass.
one success. Okay, yeah, it's enough to at least notice she is getting increasingly agitated and.
She's going to have a heart attack.
She is.
Do you need a drink or something? You okay?
She is freaking out. She is really, 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 really scared.
Are you sure we have to bring, like, she's having issues? She's having, like, anxiety attacks or a panicky thing or something. She hasn't had a lot of sleep lately, and I think she's been reading a scary book.
Someone who's more scared is someone I'm more likely to think needs to come.
Okay.
So yeah, she'll lead into the building. It is, as I've vaguely described it before. Yeah, it is palatial. It is really impressive. This is. I described the hotel sort of mock-up interior hotel thing as kind of reserved.
The Vostok one.
Yeah.
The Vostok one.
Yep.
There is
Bling.
nothing reserved. It is
Flamboyantly wealthy.
very, very wealthy. There is artwork all over the place.
Gold swans.
Sculptures.
I'm going to look at
A lot of them are sculptures.
everything.
There are a lot of stone sculptures.
Stone.
That
eh?
seems to be a particular
Of
thing.
swans?
Various types.
Swans.
Probably
Cats.
there were some swans, cats, various styles. Some of them seem to have an Egyptian feel. Lots of them, they're quite classical styles, not classical in
Like,
necessarily. Some of them are
kind
sort
of
of classical
Greco-Roman
Greco-Roman stuff,
yeah.
but some of them they're various different sort of traditions, but they're generally quite
the good stuff.
yeah, mostly sort of European, Mediterranean kind of styles.
Can I borrow the book, please?
Yes.
So I say, can I just ask, how did you know that the statue was gone?
And how did you punch through a door?
My father asked me to get it back. She shrugs and sort of taps at her pocket with the phone in.
And how did you punch through the door?
That's obvious. She's special.
I work out. She shrugs.
Bollocks.
Okay, so she leads you
It's literally
into.
Ricky's
There's not. You don't immediately see other people around. She leads you into a sort of office, sort of reception type room. There are. So in which. So the first thing you need to say, big desk. Behind the big desk is Michael and Alessandro.
Throw him up then.
Alessandro. There was an R in there. He is. As, you know, you've already seen. You've seen a picture of him, but he doesn't quite look like his picture right now. He is a late middle-aged, starting to grey gentleman, perfect suit. However, the thing you notice really immediately is that the right-hand side of his face is terrifyingly scarred.
Ooh, Two-Face.
Like, yeah, kinda. Less burns. It looks more black and, like, diseased. Sort of blackened and diseased, twisted.
Grim.
And, you know, one of his eyes is mostly shut, bloodshot. The side of his mouth isn't apparently opening properly. Yeah, your assess health. He's on 13 levels of lethal.
Ooh.
And has a toxin still affecting him, which you're pretty sure would kill you in seconds.
Ooh. Can I do an occult roll?
Yeah, you can do something intelligence.
I know some stuff about some things.
Yep. So yeah, definitely not human.
Cool.
just putting that out there.
2 successes.
The rest of you, well, he's still apparently alive, so that looks really painful.
A vague awareness that he's not human.
Right, you can tell he's on 13 levels of lethal. And
so he's
still...
definitely not human.
Okay, so he's in a. So
He's sitting in
that's
his
the
chair.
most
Right,
obvious
so
thing.
that's
But
the
he's
first
in
thing
a
you notice.
pristine suit.
Yeah.
So it's obviously not a recent.
His suit is looking. Well, sorry.
Does it look like the suit was hit by whatever?
It looks like you can see there's probably some sort of leakage.
Yeah, okay,
into
but
where
like
the suit
he was
should
like
be
that
white.
and he got dressed.
Maybe not. It depends on how it was affected. It certainly it doesn't look like whatever hit him sort of through the suit, as it were. The suit doesn't look tattered. If that's what you're asking. The room around, there are 8. So you'll notice that there were chairs in front of the desk, which you again quite tasteful, very tasteful, leather-bound chairs. You will notice that one has yellow upholstery, one has red upholstery, one has blue upholstery. And one has whatever the other one was. I've managed to blank it. Black upholstery.
Blick.
Oh,
Power Rangers.
There isn't a pink one.
Subtle.
No.
Guys.
I sit on the red one.
That is not especially subtle. Anyway, and also around the edges of the room there are 8 of these suits of armour.
Ah.
The only person who noticed them moving is you.
Are we kind of like gestured in as, get in and...
Yeah,
see type?
she gestures you. She opens the door first and stops. And just there is a moment as she takes in. She's obviously taking in this scene.
Oh, okay. So she was not expecting it.
It looks very much like she was not expecting. She was expecting. She may have been. There was something definitely about this scene that she was not expecting.
Okay.
You can figure out which. And she then turns round to you, fury
absolutely furious face and just gestures for you to go in. There is no...
I sit on the red one.
I'll have a look
Where's
around.
Patricia going to sit? There's not enough chairs.
She's going to sit in the
Are there
corner.
literally just 4 chairs?
As you're saying that, a man who looks like he's kind of basically a butler type guy,
Yep, okay.
comes in with another chair, and then lifts something off the chair and steps over. It looks like a little package off the chair and steps over to Matilda and hands it to her. Are you all going into the room?
Yes.
Okay, so she takes it from him at the room. What she takes is she draws from it a pair of long-bladed daggers, closes the door behind her, and she's standing by the door with the daggers, not immediately ready, but sort of up along her arms.
Cool. We sit down.
I'm going to remain standing.
Sitting on the red one.
Oh,
Okay, which one are you sitting on?
Now he said that, I might look at him and go, oh, yeah, it's probably a good idea.
You go sit down and then don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you sitting down?
I'll remain standing for the time being.
Okay. So Lisa sits down, and Lisa sits down, looking around, looking rather, really. She is. Yeah, this isn't just she is intimidated. She is like pretty much sort of full on panicking at this point. She's only not running, screaming because it's quite clear that would just get her stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say to the guy, so I guess you're the dad of the Incredible Hulk over there.
He doesn't actually smile slightly.
I got him!
Are you alright? Looks like you need a doctor.
He doesn't need a doctor.
Ricky will say with genuine concern.
He lifts his hands up, and you can see that this hand is also affected. So it looks basically like from all that you can see of the right hand side of his body is being affected. Perhaps we can start then. If you came here to finish what you started, now is the best chance you are likely to get. As he clicks his fingers, all 8 of the statues step forward. What seem to be statues take a step forwards and just move into a brace position with pole arms pointed at you.
Wow, that's awesome!
That is pretty cool.
How do you do that?
If you are not here to finish what you started, perhaps you can take a seat and explain to me how you came to be breaking into my house and planting. And he kind of tosses a roughly sort of smaller than your fist black object in your direction. Because it's the head of the cat statue. That in my daughter's quarters. Well, my daughter's rooms. Quarters.
Is it broken, or is it melted, or is it?
Is it
Yeah, I'm
architect?
examining it. To see.
You're examining it. It doesn't look like it has.
Does it
been
have blast marks or something on it? So it's not a bomb.
No, it does not have blast marks on it. It does not look where it's been removed is very smoothly done. Like it doesn't look like it's been cracked off.
Okay. Looks like it's been neatly sliced.
Neatly sliced or carved off. You're not quite sure how one would achieve that. I mean, sometime with a hammer and chisel probably, and then sandpaper, and it's very
Very
as smooth
smooth.
as the rest of it was.
Polished.
Diamond saw.
It's you're not quite sure. You don't know what
Lasers.
would. Yeah, you don't know how one would achieve that. Maybe something
Lasers.
like yeah.
It's cool.
Anyway, yes.
Did this do that?
Yes.
Can I see if he's lying? Probably not. Oh, maybe. to live.
Oh, nice! Your dice would fit. Your dice and my dice in this session. Opposite end.
I rolled 3.
He's saying it straight. I mean, there's nothing to.
Was this a bomb?
Sit down and explain to me how you came to be breaking into my house. Let's start with that.
To be honest, Ricky's probably kind of semi-paralysed at this point, staring at the thing and staring at him, realising
I'm
that he
gonna
played a
turn
part in
to
bringing a
you.
bomb into someone's house. He's probably like,
Yeah, I'm going to turn to you and say, are you sure you want to be holding that?
could it still go off?
No, the active part was not there.
Cool.
Just going to put it at the table and just kind of stare at it.
Okay, that is not what that was supposed to do. That is not what they told us that was going to do.
Yeah, I'm going to look
He's
around.
not sat down, he's
as if
literally
to
just kind of stood there
suggest-
rigid, just staring at it.
Just do we tell the truth?
I'm going to open my rucksack and pull out a bundle and unwrap the bundle and...
He reaches out with his good hand and takes the statue and places it on.
We honestly
How-
had no idea that was a thing.
How did no one hear the bomb?
It was not a bomb.
What was it then?
It wasn't a
Right,
bug.
That's,
Tell me how you came to be placing it in my daughter's rooms.
Would you believe we want to just take pictures of her naked?
Maria!
What?
There was a
Well, that's what we thought it was.
there was a sigh behind you, and
That's not what I thought it was.
Matilda says, "How long are you going to let them carry this on before I just get to slit their throats and we can deal with this?" And he looks up at her and says, "You just let them in through the front door." And she kind of, if you look around to see her reaction, she's, yeah, there's that moment of, well, she's, well, shit. Don't get to just slit their throats.
Yeah, keep
So
quiet.
does that mean we just get to leave?
Okay, so, basically, it was supposed to be a game, and it obviously is not a game. And we thought it was a game, and I'm really sorry, and that's not even a thing, really, because that doesn't even cover it, and I don't even know what that is, and I don't even know what it did to you, but it looks like it really hurts, and my bad.
I doubt it hurts as much as it looks like. to
It
you.
looks like it really hurts.
Yeah, fair enough.
What game? Who gave it to you? Who told you?
Well, this bitch can probably answer your questions. I'll
No.
point at Chikorita.
Chikorita. Careful, she might evolve.
What? She flinches at that. Quite. She is. I can't. I can't.
I don't think it's her fault. Like, she's just supposed to be looking after us while other stuff goes on. It's blatantly above her pay grade.
Do you know anything about people that turn to smoke and disappear?
You're asking this to him, right?
Yeah?
Who are you directing that question
I
to?
will look at him when I
You're
ask the
asking him.
question.
Okay, cool. Because there were a few options at this point.
Well, I'm not really looking at Chikorita. God damn it, whatever her name is.
Chitrita.
That's
Chitrita.
Chitrita, thank you.
Or the
Chitrita.
armour.
Chitrita, thank you.
Or the armour. I'm going to look at him.
Yeah, you're looking at him. Okay, cool. Turn to smoke and disappear.
I was hitting him, and he went and was gone.
This is news to you.
Yeah.
And you. And not too much you.
Sure. I'm listening intently because I want to know the answer.
From that description, 2 or 3 options spring to mind.
So...
Is this like some high-grade army shit?
No, it's... Basically, I think it's my fault.
Okay, well, I'm kind of not surprised, but how was it your fault?
So,
Have you been slipping us LSD or something?
Is that what happened to Herman?
this gentleman is special.
Did you give Herman the drugs?
His daughter is special. I'm also special. And I
We
think
knew
we've
that.
stumbled into some special shit, is what I'm trying to say. So, I'm sorry, you guys, but you're fucked from now on. So, we should probably just tell this guy whatever we know and leave? In my honest opinion. And this is coming from a Mexican. I'm usually all for sticking it to the man.
Special how?
It's a bit hard to explain off the fly.
Unlike the moving armour, the smoke disappearing dude, and whatever the fuck that thing did to him.
Yeah. To sum up, it's kind of a Harry Potter situation going on.
No, that's not it.
That is out.
No,
It's a
it's
book.
not.
That's a book, isn't
Alright,
it?
fine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What the fuck's Harry Potter?
Hey!
Wizards, magic.
You're saying a fucking wizard did it.
More like a god, but not
God did it.
god.
Well, he's just a sky wizard, right?
Yeah, but there's more than one, and one of them's my father. So yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Philosopher's Stone, 1997. Chamber of Secrets, 1998.
Oh, I'll let you have that. At least I haven't
Harry Potter.
At least I haven't read it.
So
No,
yeah,
not
as I
printing.
said,
So,
a bit hard to
the second
explain.
one might be out the first one is.
I'll explain later. So we should probably tell this guy what we know.
So what? You're like a princess. Of course you are.
Yes, I suppose a princess. Yes. Cool.
And you think he's one too.
He doesn't look like a princess.
Either
In this situation, you're calling him a princess.
yes, but
That's not what he was
let's
getting
forget
at.
about
but-
who's the what, and just tell him what we know, and we can all leave and go explain it.
You're not too far off.
See,
My father is Hades.
cool.
The Greek guy.
Yeah.
And who's your father? Said to Maria.
I'll explain later. Now is not the time. We should probably be talking about stuff.
Does anyone else wish to get some interesting parentage off their chest?
I think they're all normals, to be honest.
he's looking
I've
around.
been called a lot of things in my life.
Normals. And is she actually yours, or is she Hades'
She is my adopted daughter.
adopted? But
Rest
she's
is-
special like...
She's adopted from Bruce Banner.
What?
The rest is not relevant.
Okay, so
Okay, so how does this affect the not exploding because it's not a bomb
Basically,
cat?
we've wandered into something you guys should not be involved in.
I wanted to be on TV, and I want a competition to be on TV, and I was like, let's play this game where you have to do dares and be on TV, and then I'll be like rich and famous and stuff, and that'll be great.
That's what happened. We were dared to do this by a TV exec.
Names?
Chikorita?
Chikorita.
I can't...
No, what was... Oh,
Chikorita.
my
Chikorita.
character, no, what was that, and not that really horrible woman's name?
Donna Beers.
Is
Donna Beers.
Donna Beers.
Though the job was actually given to you by
Vostok.
Vostok.
Yeah, but I don't like that.
No, let's put it all on Donna.
Yeah, let's put it on Donna Beers. That's a great idea. Donna Beers was the TV exec's name.
Okay. Fine, you're naming Donna Beers. Okay.
She's a bitch anyway.
She is a total bitch.
Let's see.
Hand on heart,
Intelligence.
Donna Beers.
Straight intelligence for all the...
Oh no, he's doing his knack.
Skill.
God's honest, Donna Beers.
No, that's fine. I'm just. It's a does he know the name? And he does, as it turns out.
Yes! Win for us.
She was some.
Really grumpy.
Really
lady?
rude bitch.
Well, yes, I seem to recall that. Some presenter or something? I don't remember her being an executive.
Anyway, she's the one who gave us the job.
And he is finally going to turn his attention towards Chiquita. Chiquita.
Damn it,
now.
John! Damn it, John!
Done.
I couldn't remember her name.
Chiquita. You can't. What? She is quiet. She's quiet. She doesn't immediately respond. She's.
So she throws Donna under the bus too.
He.
I love throwing people under the bus.
He looks at Chiquita. Whatever they are intending, whatever they have threatened you with, right now, the best they could do is this. They will not get that far again. This building is as safe as you are going to be from whatever threats are hanging over you. She sort of shakes her head. It's not me. They've got my sister. I think they've got someone close to Donna as well. I don't know, but I think she's in the same situation. The others. If we don't do what they say, if we aren't useful.
Oh, the guy whose hair's on fire! Yes! I've seen that movie, that was cool.
Wait, what?
I think everyone stares at you.
Yeah, I've
Sorry.
seen that. Disney.
Sorry.
Oh, Heidi. Oh. Oh, God.
I knew I'd heard it before.
Well, okay.
He's rather more grand in person and less comical.
I don't know, I thought it was kind of cool.
Also, rarely on fire.
Yeah, these guys don't know anything about anything, so you can probably let them all go.
Hey!
Shut up. You can probably let them all go. They're just normies who kind of have stumbled into something they shouldn't have.
Okay, but if Chiquita's sister's in trouble with, like, Donna... No, not Donna. Not...
This
Well...
Really, really above your pay grade.
But...
Just go home.
But we help, like, trouble happen. We should at least help fix it.
You should probably go home. Don't you think they should go home?
I mean, you're pretty far from home. You're definitely far from home. I'm actually not that far from home, and, like, I don't really have much going on at home. I mean, since I got kicked out of the band, so I'd like to actually do something useful and prove that I'm not a complete failure. Which I've failed at whatever we were supposed to be doing here. But actually, I'm glad, because it sounds like it was bollocks, so that's good.
See, he's learning.
It's a funny word, though.
Basically, this has all been a big misunderstanding.
So what are we going to do about it?
Nothing. I mean, if this gentleman says we're all right, we could probably
I'm going
go.
to try and, like, comfort Chiquita some more, because she seems pretty out of it.
She did rat us out, you know.
So?
I mean, in Mexico, we'd take her tongue.
We're not in Mexico.
No, I'm thinking of even having matter.
So, why does this Donna want you dead?
No,
Oh,
that's what you said.
No,
That's what you said.
no. Not you. Her. I'll say, pointing at his daughter.
So Chitrita had said that
Her sister. And Donna
Her
has
sister,
someone
and
else close to
she
her
reckons
who's
they
also.
have someone
Yep.
hold over Donna
I'm
as
still
well.
standing by blame Donna because
Okay.
I hate her.
Fine. Anyway, he's got briefly distracted by the babble. He's going to look back to
My
Chitrita.
work here is done.
Who is they? You actually whispering Warner Bros. Okay.
Disney haven't taken over the world yet, so it's probably not them just now.
Okay, yes. So she'll. Vostok. I don't know what happened. The show got cancelled. He was angry, and then he turned up again and just got some of us together, told us we were going to be doing the show again, and that it was going to be better than it was, and things just got really dark. People got hurt.
So that guy could have shot us.
I told you had live ammunition.
People,
Man, this is always the Russians, right?
we tried to leave, and that's when he showed us. We weren't going to leave. We couldn't if we told anyone, if we tried to get out. Too late now, I guess.
Doesn't have to be.
How can it not be?
We don't know if anything's happened yet. If they don't know that something hasn't happened yet, apart from the thing that we did that we didn't do, but we've still got
Cameras?
at least 2 days.
And cameras, seriously.
Oh yeah, there's cameras everywhere. Isn't
They know I just came here with you.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, but do they know that we told this bloke? God, I don't know what I call him. Anything.
Sorry, what was your name again?
Is Scion a colloquial term?
No.
No. Demigod?
It's probably the
Closest thing we know.
thing you'd know. My name is Michael.
Hi, Michael. Sorry about your stuff.
The statues haven't actually moved again, so
No,
you're still
that's
kind
good.
of surrounded by this.
But seriously, do you need a doctor?
He does not. He's fine. Well, he's not fine, but he'll survive.
How do you
No
know?
offence, but he doesn't look fine.
That's fine.
I will recover, and explaining this to a doctor would take more effort than it's worth. There was little they could do.
So what are we going to do?
Leave, hopefully.
What about Chitrita's sister?
Could we not leave, pretending that you don't know anything? And then they won't hurt Chitrita's sister?
Also, why are they trying to get you in the first place?
That brings us back to the point. Why do they want you dead?
Lost. Doesn't really ring any bells, at least not in the kinds of circles I'd expect to be throwing this around. That was a lot of power. I can only assume it was borrowed. Someone with that much power I would have heard of.
What,
So
like
it's-
Zeus's thunderbolt or something?
So it's not him and it's someone pretending to be him and they're taking over his stuff because it's easy?
I don't know. I've not heard of anyone with this kind of power operating in this area. I'm sure there's opportunity for those with less power to not have been noticed. For me to have not noticed them yet, but
Well, like Princess over here.
Don't call me princess.
I think the correct term is lady.
Really?
I I think that's the right term, or dame. You're a daughter of a lord, right?
A god.
And
So Lord, whatever your
Terrestrially?
name is a god now.
Depends on
No.
what the pantheon. It depends on the pantheon. What the terms would be.
wait, how many of you are there?
Pantheon? That I've had many kinds of dealings with. 1, 2.
12's a good number. Let's go with 12.
8 that I've dealt with. I don't know how many more.
So, is Thor real? Like, you know, the guy in the comics?
He's less like the guy in the comics, I'm afraid.
I'm told he's around somewhere.
Well, shit.
Herman desperately tries to keep a straight face.
Again, I'll talk about it later.
Alright,
Okay,
what
so
about
what are we
what about
doing now?
Hercules?
Because it's like, what, 5 o'clock in the morning and everything is just turned upside down for the, like, third time this week. What is going on?
I mean, can we go?
I mean, alright, being honest here, are you going to kill us?
No. But I think it's fair that you do something for me.
Well, it's fair.
Do we have
It
to
would
kill
seem
anyone else? Because I
reasonable.
don't really feel comfortable with that.
Can we find our friend first?
Yeah, don't like the idea of more
Yeah,
bombs.
actually, he's on his own again. And, like, when you were on your own, you found the ninja thing. And when you were on your own, we don't know what you did. You were high. And he's on his own right now, so
Where is your friend?
he was in a car going
Somewhere.
south,
West.
east, somewhere.
West.
So,
Okay, fine. Just West, OC, no.
if
West.
we can find him and then come back and get our task,
Why did he head off?
His sister has
has
gone
been
missing.
kidnapped, which makes me think maybe,
Oh.
yeah, exactly.
I need to phone some people. Do we need to phone people? Do we think that they've,
Ah.
like...
I think he's probably asleep because it is 5 in the bloody morning.
Yeah, but no, because if they've got someone for everyone, then we're someone of the everyone, so maybe they've got someone of our everyone's? Damn it, almost managed it.
I think this has been a honey trap from the start, to be honest.
I don't even like honey.
Follow the trail that you have.
Okie dokie.
See what you can find. If you can break this Vostok's hold over some of his agents, all the better.
Do you think this disappearing smoke bloke works for Vostok?
It's not impossible.
Because he tried. I was pretty sure he wanted to kill us.
The attack had a certain... was wreathed in shadow,
Yes, it was.
so it is not impossible.
What does that mean?
I couldn't see his face. It was like shadow. Not like dark, but like it was here. I
Okay.
couldn't see it.
Weird stuff. As I said, Harry Potter.
I still haven't got a bloody clue what you were talking about, but alright.
Now, he has cameras everywhere. He knows we've come here.
Yes.
So,
If-
we're going to need to have a fight before we leave.
Yes, is if we leave here unharmed, he's going to assume that we've talked. How would you suggest we leave this so he isn't suspicious?
If you leave here unharmed, he will be suspicious. That is true.
I wasn't suggesting you harm us.
I do not suggest that would be a good plan because, of course, whatever you might find at the end of this trail could be very, very dangerous indeed. I would not wish to handicap you.
Are these things people, I will say, pointing at the suits of armour?
Not really. They're some of my father's more patient servants.
Okay, I mean, what if I, like, kicked one in the head and then we legged it?
Kick her in the head.
I don't think he'd want me kicking his daughter in the head. Just a hunch.
Are you sure you want mortals doing this stuff? Wouldn't you rather just let them go and I'll do it for you?
I think there is more to be told of why you were brought together. These things rarely happen entirely by chance.
So what we need is some radioactive spiders, and then we're sorted.
See, I told you we should have done Spider-Man.
I'm sure we can arrange a suitably dramatic
Exit.
Oh man, I really like this jacket.
Well, okay, we'll go and find our friend and see where it leads us then. As long as that keeps us out of trouble with...
Oh, it doesn't sound like
Do we
anything's
think it'd
gonna
be
keep us
better
out of
if
trouble.
we told What's-it that Chitrita's dead? Because, no offence, love, but you're shit under pressure. I'll say, looking at her.
If I'm dead, she's no use.
That doesn't
Well, you stay here
necessarily
then,
mean...
love, and we'll come back
Yeah,
and get
but
you.
what- You've been captured? I don't know. Trying to think of a way that won't get you interrogated by Vostok.
You should remain here. The best we can hope for at the moment is that he believes or hopes that the continued threat is sufficient to keep your mouth shut.
Have you got a library? She really likes books.
He will stand and go to leave. He is definitely showing he's walking favouring one
Kind
leg,
of limping a bit.
but not as much as it looks like it should be hurting.
Well, he's not screaming, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's now on 14 levels of lethal.
Oh, he's healing. Cool.
No, he's on one more.
Oh, one more. Oh, he's dying.
But the toxin seems to be somewhat running its course.
Cool.
You have no idea how much more he can take.
No, he looks fine.
Well, he's walking it off.
They're normally quite steady.
So, yes.
So, are we, like, roundhousing these things?
Or can we just... Ooh. I don't know.
I think it's got to look dramatic.
I mean...
So I tear the holes in my jeans knees bigger, and then I start pulling out a penknife and having a go at my jacket.
Okay.
This is terrible, isn't it? Alright, can't we just... I don't know. Go... The room explodes.
Matilda, no, he leaves. Matilda is still standing by the doorway.
What do you think about all this? I'll say, hacking at my jacket with a penknife.
I think someone's going to pay for this.
Cool.
Find out who it needs to be.
And get your sister back. And Ed's sister back. And I need to phone some people. In a couple of hours.
It is 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, when you're ready, she says.
Cool, let's fight her. I'm so down with this.
I'm not going to roll this out because I want to wrap this up.
So dramatic things happen, and we escape.
Dramatic things happen. The statues
I
kind
will
of.
roundhouse a
the
statue
statue
when it's on
things.
camera.
You have no idea whether the camera's actually in.
Well, I'm assuming they're kind of towards the edge.
Yeah. So you yes.
Dramatically escape.
You dramatically escape. You violently attack these statues, which, there is definitely something in there that's more squishy than stone, but doesn't move quite like people.
Doesn't move like
Mud.
And yeah,
Like squishy stone,
you
right?
then get chased off to the edge, so they don't pursue you. They'll pursue you kind of to the point where they might be seen through a window, but not outside. She chases you to the doorway, so she's actually sort of coming out a little way out, to pursues you a little way before losing you.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Okay, that was
Nice.
interesting.
That was
cool.
the thing that happened.
That definitely happened.
Thank you,
Did it though?
everybody, and
I don't know.
thank
we
you
could
all.
be on drugs.
Yay.
and we'll see what
2 weeks.
happens in 2 weeks.
Yeah.